I think we're good now. Let me know how my mic sounds because I'm using totally different software. Or if you can even hear me. Can you guys hear me? The mic not on? Um, there we go. Perfect. All right. Obviously I can't show the game because I'm not allowed, but we're gonna watch. Basically, it's like I'm gonna have the time and the score on the screen, and if you guys are watching, then you can just sync it up. We can watch the game together. All right. Ooh. Yeah, I like the setup too. The same guy that made my logo did it up. Unfortunately, the around the league thing isn't too useful tonight because there was only one other game today and it's already over. But you can see the schedule for tomorrow, and we'll be able to see the score of the Red Wings and Ducks game. Bruins fan here, Salty Wings and Avs fan. I know your name. We can hear you. All right, perfect. I'm trying to see what the poll's at, but I can't see. 66% Red Wings, actually, now I can see. This is my first time streaming in like 4 years, so everything looks to be working good though. The chat's on the screen. Yeah, no face cam. Not yet. Maybe at 100,000. Wait, yo, I'll get it. 95 people, wow. It's kind of late here, at least, but I know it's probably earlier around the world. Hopefully the game is better than last night's game, though. Can't believe I even stayed up to watch that. Need to start better. I'm trying to figure out how to... Okay, there. I have the game up on my end. Obviously, you guys can't see it, but I wish I could show the game, but that's not allowed. Have I always been a Wings fan? Yes, I have. Where are you from? I am from Halifax, Nova Scotia. 3 a.m. here. Where are you at? What time is it in Halifax? It's 9:02. Larkin beef with Jeneau. Yeah, I didn't like that from Larkin. Larkin got like injured and ended his season the exact same way, getting cross-checked off the face-off, and then he did the same thing. It wasn't quite like Jeneau's neck, but it was in a pretty bad spot in his back, and he used a lot of force. So I didn't like that from Larkin, but I mean, obviously he was pretty upset with how the game was going. 8:02 p.m. for you right now. ZEGRAS for Calder. Lots of blue noses in here. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that they're from Nova Scotia and Halifax. Do I play hockey? I don't anymore. I don't anymore. I used to. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Detroit is facing a goalie tonight who's making his debut, and the last time that happened, Zach Fucale shut out the Red Wings. So, after watching last night's game, I'd be lying if I said I expected anything differently. I'm just trying to set this up on my end so I have the game up and then also the chat so I can read the chat. But I think we're good. When do we get a face reel? That actually already happened. It's on my community tab. Dueling hat tricks from ZEGRAS and RAYMOND. That would be entertaining. Yeah, there is lots of future shows. I know it's like kind of advertised as ZEGRAS versus RAYMOND, but you have Cider, Drysdale. It's gonna be a good game, I hope. Yeah, Dostal's. Yeah, I don't even know how to say the Ducks goaltender's name tonight. That should tell you all you need to know. Where do you think the Red Wings will finish at the end of the season? Well, they're gonna finish 5th in the Atlantic, I think for sure. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. I feel like they'll probably finish like 5 or 6 games under 500. They've kind of been hovering around 500 for the entire season, but after they sell off some people at the deadline, I kind of expect them to have a not so good second half of the season. Who's debuting? The Anaheim Ducks goaltender, I believe. Last I checked. Hear me out, Nyquist. The Wings need to avoid getting on the kill. I'm aware of the 2 shorthanders over San Jose. They also need to take care of the puck. They can outwork them. It should be a W. Yeah. They do have to stay out of the box, but man, the power play needs to figure it out. It was off to such a good start, and then it's honestly similar to last season. It's like when they get a power play, I don't even expect much to happen at all. They rarely get it set up in the offensive zone lately. The poll's looking good, though. The Red Wings, 63% of you think they're going to win. 37% say Ducks. I feel like maybe that'd be a little bit influenced because I'm a Red Wings fan, but... All right, let's get this game going. Opening faceoff is next. Are any of you actually watching the game as well? Thoughts on the Jackets? They seem to be coming back down to earth a little bit after their hot start to the season for sure. But bright future definitely with the guys like Boakfist, Will Sillinger, Kent Johnson, I think is one of the best prospects out there. So they're set up well. Can you do more live streams of this, please? I plan on it, yeah. That's why I got the graphic made in the overlay. I thought this would be a good thing or a good game to start out live streaming since it's like ZEGRAS versus RAYMOND and stuff. Troy Terry gets a Hattie. Face reveal ever? I actually have already done a face reveal. It's on my community tab. You just have to scroll down a little bit. It's when I hit 50,000 subscribers. I don't know if I'll ever be like full-time having a face cam in videos though. Because then like you have to get dressed, worry about how you look when you want to record. I'd rather just not have to worry about that. I tried renewing my membership, but it wouldn't let me. I'm not sure why that would happen. Are the LA Kings dark horse playoff contenders? For sure, especially in the Pacific Division. It looks like the Western Conference is, I wouldn't even say weaker than the East this year. But in the Pacific, I think that they are playoff contenders for sure. I don't think they're Stanley Cup contenders yet, but I think they're going to be in the hunt for the whole season. Do crabs think fish are flying? My friend literally said that the other day. Probably. NHL player who's traded for $1? Chris Draper? $136 viewers. Not bad for a late game, a West Coast game. Oh. Do you think the Rangers are contenders or pretenders? If Shesterkin continues to play like one of the best goalies in the league, I think they are legit contenders for sure. And they have the superstar blue liner, have like superstar forward and multiple other star forwards. Chris Kreider's playing like a star this season. I think they're contenders. Do you watch any of the following hockey YouTubers? Steve Dangle, the hockey guy, Rob Talks Hockey. I do. I watch Steve Dangle the most of the 3 probably because he was somebody I watched before I even started. Like I listened to his podcast and stuff. And every so often I'll tune into like a hockey guy or a Rob Talks Hockey video. But Steve Dangle the most of the 3 for sure. We have one video of using your face in a video talking. Maybe one day when I hit 100,000 subscribers, maybe. Do you think the Blues should go all in? I don't really know what type of move the Blues would make right now. I think a backup goaltender for Binnington would be nice just to get a little bit of insurance. But, I mean, that team is almost perfectly built. A donation mock trade for Jacob Chitrin. Sorry, I'm just seeing that now. The first ever super chat from Aiden Plays. So a mock trade for Jacob Chitrin. Might be kind of hard to come up with on the spot. Man. Honestly, I think the Kings would be a good fit for Chitra, and I feel like he would definitely fit their timeline. Man, you're putting me on the spot, though. I don't know. A mock trade for Jacob Chitra, and it would definitely start with, like, an absolute top-level prospect and a first-round pick. I mean, there's not too often you can trade for a defenseman like Chychrun, who was in Norris conversation last year, cost control and a very good contract, and still being, I believe he's only 23 or 24. So it would start with a top prospect and a first-round pick for sure. But thank you for the donation, though. I'm sorry I can't come up with, like, a perfect one on the spot. All right, let's look at the chat a little here. Where do you think Klingberg will go? I haven't put too much thought into it. I did see that he is unhappy with Dallas, though. I'll have to make a video on that. Maybe we can do a deal or no deal or something, but I have some type of video planned for the next couple of days that's, like, involving trades and trade ideas, so we'll go for that. All right, we got Larkin and Getzlaff doing a ceremonial puck drop with a literal monkey in a Los Angeles Angels jersey. What am I watching? The monkey just did the ceremonial puck drop perfectly. What is that? Can't believe what I just watched. Lightning Fan 21, $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that, man. Doesn't have a message attached, but thank you. Yeah, we got Thomas Greiss against Lucas Dostal or Dostal. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. This is his first NHL game. He's a sub 900 save percentage in the AHL this year. All right, I'm hoping for a Red Wings win tonight, especially need a big bounce back game after last night. Wait, where's the face reveal? It's on the community tab. You just have to scroll down a ways. It's when I hit 50,000 subscribers. It's just a picture, not a video, though. It's Angels night? Okay, well, that makes sense. But I can't believe that monkey literally dropped the puck perfectly for the face-off. Never seen anything like that. Are you showing the game? Unfortunately, I'm not. That's just, I'm not allowed to do that. But the game center should be up on the game score tab. Let me try to adjust it, actually. Let me go to the game center here. Okay, there we go. Let me see. How does that look? There we go. That looks better. Now you can see the time and the lineups, who's on the ice and stuff like that. So hopefully that looks good. But yeah, the puck has just dropped. Very underrated. You liked him in the World Junior Championships. If it's anything like what I'm used to with the Red Wings, he's going to get a shutout tonight. So let's go, though. Need a big night. I'd like to see Lucas Raymond get a goal. He hasn't scored in, I think it's 11 games now. And the Ducks almost just scored. Troy Terry. Jakey started again, just like last game against the Kings. Detroit's wearing their home reds again, which is interesting. They wore them in the game against the Kings last night, too. If you could keep one prospect, Sider or Raymond, who would it be? Oh, man. Just because... I don't even know, honestly. That's a really tough question. I would keep Raymond, I think, just because we already have Sider, who I think is going to be a beast, but yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd probably keep Raymond, but, like, I don't feel like there's any right answer or wrong answer there. Detroit needs both of those guys. What are your thoughts on the Canucks situation? Do you think they could make it to the playoffs? They still have their work cut out for them for sure, but I mean, they're not out of it by any means. I need to get this poll out of the way. I can't see the chat on my end because of the poll. Another donation, though, from Bryson Plays, 99 cents. Thank you, man. No message attached again, but I really appreciate that. $4.99 from Keith Eckelkamp. I'm sorry if I butchered your last name. Thanks for making awesome videos. Keep the great work. Thank you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Happy you like the videos. Chances Sider would be more dependable, but Raymond would have more trade value. That's a good point. Yeah. If Detroit had another winger prospect who I thought like had the potential to be an elite #1 winger like Raymond, I would say keep Sider, but I don't think Detroit has that. I like Berggren, but I don't have that high of hopes for him. Sorry, where's the face reveal again? It's on my community tab. It's just really far down. What are your thoughts on the Red Wings getting outshot 27-1? Yeah, that was probably the worst period I have ever seen in my life watching the Red Wings, but I mean, hopefully they get off to a better start tonight. The shots are 2-0. Detroit still doesn't have a shot. A couple minutes in. ZEGRAS in Michigan tonight? I mean, I want to see him pull it off, but he can wait a couple games, hopefully. I don't want it to be against my Red Wings. I didn't even get to see a chance to see the lines because I was setting up the stream, so I wonder where Zadina's playing tonight because he's been in the doghouse. You think the Hawks can make the playoffs? Unfortunately, I do not. Red Wings for the win, hopefully. They're looking for their first shot on goal. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as it did last game. Did you see Rossi get sent down? I did. I tuned into the Wild game where Rossi and Boldy played. Boldy scored his first NHL goal, but I think they each only played around 8 minutes. Minnesota's being very patient with those guys, which they should. I mean, they don't need them up right now. They're still a fantastic team without them. Great stream. Thoughts on Kuznetsov season. Thank you for the $2 donations, Sander Hawks Hockey. I hope I said your first name properly, but I appreciate that. Kuznetsov's having a great season. It's nice to see because I feel like some people kind of just forget about Kuznetsov with everything that, went on for him, but it's nice to see him back and playing like a #1 center. It's huge for Washington, obviously. 3 minutes in, Detroit still without a shot. Where am I from? I am from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Yes, a live stream. The first one on the channel in like literally years. Least favorite Wings player this season? Just in terms of their play on the ice, Danny DeKeyser, because he's not NHL caliber anymore, but I mean, I don't dislike anyone like as a person really at all in the NHL, but yeah, least favorite Red Wing would have to be DeKeyser just based on ice performance. Raptors down by 3. Oh yeah, the Raptors are playing. I was watching that before setting it up. I need to get that up on my phone maybe. Oh, now they're up by 3. Pascal with 29 and 10. Score predictions -4-2 Ducks. I'm going to go, I think it's going to be a low scoring game because most Red Wings games are. I'll go 2-1 Ducks. It's my prediction. Detroit's just not playing well right now. The start to this game hasn't been great. But hopefully they can get something going here. Dave Alberta team. I don't really prefer one more than the other. I like them both. I like to see Canadian teams do well. I'd like to see a Canadian team win the Cup if it's not Detroit this year, which it's not going to be, but yeah. This man is never live. Nope, I am not, but hopefully going to change that now that I kind of know how everything works. Another high-quality chance there for the Ducks. Detroit is just looking like they did last night, honestly, to start this game. It looks like Zadina's up with Fabry and Suter again, though, so hopefully he can get going. Oh, the chat. I think Zadina's on the 4th line again. Okay, well, maybe he's just out there because of a late line change. But right now he's out there with Suter and Fabry. Zadina needs to get going, man. To start the season, he had so many chances. He literally just could not buy a goal. His finishing ability is not came as advertised when we drafted him, that's for sure. Do you think Tanner Jeneau has a legit... Okay, I can't speak. Do you think Tanner Jeneau has a legitimate chance to win the Calder? I do. I think if the season ended today, he would have a really good case. I actually made a video highlighting Tanner Jeneau a little bit today, if you haven't seen that yet. Do you think Detroit will get at least a second-round draft pick for Leddy around the deadline? I would hope so. If they can't get at least a second-round pick for him, honestly, I don't even want them to trade him because what would the point of that be? Just to give up a second for him, have him for half a season? I would honestly rather just have him around the whole time. A $20 donation, Andreas Lindbergh. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that is. It might be in a different currency. I have no idea. But it says 20. Ooh, Raymond almost just had a high quality chance in the slot. Again, I'd love to see him score. He's on a bit of a scoring drought. He's still getting the assists in his last 10 or so games, but can't seem to put it in. Another 199 from Juan Jose Azmino. Panthers greater than your Andreas. Thank you. I appreciate that. I honestly forgot about super chats when I was setting this up. I didn't think anyone would do it, but thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Best flow in the league. Because I like Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm a pick from a CBJ player. So either Andrew Peak or Alexander Texey. I think I have to go with Moritz Seider. Who's the best flow in the league. Dawson Mercer as well in New Jersey. Marcus Hunt, 99 cents. I appreciate that. Looks like we're getting some rough stuff. Giovanni Smith is fighting. Who's he fighting? Delorier. The heavyweight bout. I feel like Giovanni Smith has fought every game he's been in recently. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. That's kind of what he's in there for. He's holding his own. Delorier is a real good fighter. Tough guy. Giovanni Smith's holding his own, though. It's a good fight. Hopefully that can get the Red Wings going. I don't even know if they have a shot yet. Are you upset you didn't get Laugh over Raymond? Do you think the Wings could have developed him better than New York is from Iconic Brothers? I'm not upset about it anymore, that's for sure, especially seeing how well Raymond has played this early on. I think they're both going to have fantastic careers, Raymond and Lafreniere, so I'm happy with Raymond. I'm not upset anymore about Detroit losing that lottery at all. And in terms of if I think Detroit would have developed him better, I think a little bit, because it's definitely harder to develop prospects when you're also trying to compete for a Stanley Cup, right? And I mean, the Rangers they're trying to compete. I love your commentary over the game. It's not like some other streams where they are extremely loud and freak out. Hey, I like when people are loud and freak out. That's why I like Steve Dangle. But, yeah, that's not really how I watch. But if Detroit, when they get back into the playoffs someday, and I ever stream playoff games, you'll hear some loudness. Who's the Red Wings MVP so far this year? I think it's Larkin, honestly. I know a lot of the talk is about the rookies, and rightfully so, but I think overall MVP, I think it's been Larkin. He's kind of the engine that runs the team. Are the Ducks a serious cup contender? I don't think they're a cup contender, no. Playoff contender for sure, but I don't think they're a cup contender yet. I don't give Kachuk is in here. Let's go. Everyone go subscribe to him. Or else. I'll end stream right now if you don't. Favorite mascot besides Detroit's mascot? Does Detroit even have a mascot that walks around the building in a costume? I've never been to the game, so I know the mascot is, traditionally why am I drawing a blank? An octopus, but I don't think anyone actually walks around the arena in an octopus costume. I like Gritty, though. I like Gritty a lot. Follow him on Instagram. Pretty hilarious. A goal? Did I miss a goal? You guys ahead? Well, the Ducks are going to the power play, so I'm guessing it's a Ducks goal. Where can we stream a game? There's some sites out there that you can easily get a stream going for the game. I'm not going to promote an illegal stream, but you could find a stream if you really tried. All right, Ducks power play. Someone in the chat said goal, but unless you're really far ahead, I haven't seen a goal yet. But the Ducks are snapping it around on the power play. $10 from I Don't Give Chuck. This is giving me nostalgia from years ago. I'm happy I can make it go Wings. Yeah, let's go, man. Again, everyone subscribe to I Don't Give Kachuk. Oh, no. There it is. TREVOR ZEGRAS. Classic. Against Raymond. Yikes, dude. Power play goal for TREVOR ZEGRAS, and it's 1-0. Is it showing up on the game score? Because I just have the chat and the game up right now, but it should show up. Yeah, I should put a delay on the chat, actually, shouldn't I? But, oh, well, I don't really care if it's spoiled anyway. $5 donation from Dragonov Master. Love your channel. Detroit's been really fun to watch this year. Avs fan here. Does Makar break 30 goals? I really appreciate the donation. He definitely could. I mean, what's he already at, 15? I'm going to say he does it. I mean, he's literally like the McDavid of defense. He's insane what he can do offensively. So, yeah, I'm going to say he does it. I might put a delay on the chat, actually. Wings PP, though, so Detroit's going to the power play? I don't know. I'm still behind. My game is at, on my stream that I'm watching, 13:21. Raptors won? Man, I forgot to check. They did. 105-101. Let's go. A little bit closer than you'd like against the Pelicans, but at least they won. Makar has a nasty shot. He has a nasty everything. Skating ability, hands, shot. He's insane. All right, well, not a good start for the Red Wings. At least they have one shot. 8 minutes into the game. Shots are 5-1. Of course, it had to be ZEGRAS to score the goal. It had to be. You think Fox goes back to back? Yeah, Makar did miss some time, which could hurt him for sure. What do I think about Thomas Greiss so far? I think he's been fine. He's definitely doesn't look like the Thomas Greiss from the end of last season where he was standing on his head every game, but yeah, that's all I'll say. He's been fine. Nedeljkovic is definitely the starting goaltender on this team, but what do you see Detroit doing come the deadline? Honestly, I don't think they're going to do much. I don't think they're just going to trade players for the sake of trading them anymore. Like, I don't think you trade Nemestikov for like a 4th or a 3rd round pick. I think at that point, you'd rather just hold on to him. So unless they get like a really good offer for an Nemestikov, Letty, I don't see them doing much. I think Gagne is a guy that could get dealt. Mark Stahl as well. But, yeah. Do you think the Wings could develop a rivalry with the Ducks? I don't think anymore since Detroit's in the East now, but I remember they had a little bit of a rivalry when Detroit was still in the Western Conference. They met in the first round of the playoffs, I think a couple years in a row. Favorite team from the Western Conference? I don't know if I have one. Did you play hockey in your past? If so, did you play competitive? Yeah, I played high school recently. Like when I was in high school, I played for the high school team. Least favorite player of all time besides Mac? Least favorite, like I don't really not like players usually. Especially now that I have a YouTube channel, like I try to have an open mind when it comes to every team and every player, just so I don't sound biased when saying things. Oh, I missed a donation. Juan Jose Pasmino, what under the radar Panthers players do you like? Carter Verhaeghe. I mean, he's been really fun to watch since last season. But rookie Anton Lundell, I really like. I think he leads the league in takeaways this year. He's a really good defensive forward for how young he is. I think if he gets really hot offensively over the next couple of weeks, he could definitely be in the Calder conversation pretty quickly. All right, so Detroit has 3 shots. It's already 2 more than they had in the first period last night against the Kings. So a better start. Still not good, but better. Man, it was almost 2-0. I think Greiss might have got a pad on that. Detroit just looks awful. Would you please take Zadorov for a 7th round pick? Sure, man. I would not care if Detroit got Zadorov for a 7th. Lundell is solid. Yes, he is. I like Lundell a lot. I think that's going to turn out to be a steal for Florida, getting him where they did, I think, 13th, 14th overall, something like that. Fleury beat Vegas last night. He did. He's the first goalie in NHL history to beat all 32 teams. All right, it looks like Detroit's getting some sustained pressure here. Everything's to the outside with Detroit, though, recently. They can't get anything in the middle. It seems like they're just content with that, too. The most frustrating part. Do you think the Red Wings will make the playoffs? I do not think they will, unfortunately. That's the answer I was looking for. Verhaeghe and Lundell are amazing. Yeah, man. Can't get enough of Lundell. Habs thoughts? I mean, not really much to say about them this season. This season's kind of a wash. Obviously unlucky with some of the injuries they had, and they're just not the same team without Weber. And even without having Price in the dressing room, I think that's just takes a toll. What's your reaction to the Kings' dominant win last night against Detroit? You know, I've I'm used to it. Not quite to that extent though. That was one of the worst games I've ever seen Detroit play, and I watched them have a historically bad season in 1920. So that's saying something. False. 5 other goalies did that this season. Twitter is messed up, so they screwed up. Alan Walsh and Sportsnet got it all wrong. Is that true? There's other goaltenders that have beat all 32 teams. Because remember, Seattle's in there now, right? Not with Greiss as a backup. I mean, a lot of Detroit fans I've seen on Twitter this year have been complaining about Greiss, but what really do you expect? Like, he's the backup, backup for a reason. And Detroit defensively stinks, so job's never easy for him, right? I don't really think you can expect a lot anyway. I'd love to see Detroit just get something going here, though. Even the top line, like, they were so neutralized against the Kings, it wasn't even funny. Like, Philip Jeneau had Larkin on clamps the whole game. That should be a power play. Never mind. Looked like Bertuzzi got tripped. All right. Almost 12 minutes in, Detroit has 3 shots. Who's the greatest goaltender of all time? I think it's Dominic Hasek. Sorry about that. My mic stand just squeaked. That was probably really loud. Who do you think will go first overall, Logan Cooley or Shane Wright? I think Shane Wright goes first overall no matter what, honestly. This is shaping up to be another tough game for Detroit. At least this one started at 9 o'clock my time instead of 11:30. Bump of Hockey says, I got to go. Great stream. Do this more. But who's your favorite NFL team? Have a good night, man. Sorry you have to go. And I will be doing this more. My favorite NFL team is the New York Jets. I don't know why. It's like same reason Detroit's my favorite team. Like when I was young, the first NFL game I watched, the Jets were playing, and I was like, all right, I'll cheer for that team. But I'm really not a big football fan. Like I don't think I watched a single Jets game this year or anything. But yeah, I'll watch the Super Bowl, but I'm not a huge football guy. If the Sabres started the 2021 season with Barry Trotz as their head coach, do you think they would have a different season and maybe even make the playoffs? I don't think a coach would make that big of a difference. Buffalo just doesn't have the talent to make the playoffs. Their future is really bright though. They have, a pretty great prospect pool. Worst NHL first overall pick ever? I'll say Yakupov. Do you want Jeff Blashill out or not? It seems he's been there forever and not having any success. Um, I'm like content with Blashill. I trust Steve Yzerman. Like, I don't know if Blashill's going to be the coach that sees this whole rebuild through and is the coach when Detroit makes the playoffs. But I don't agree with a lot of the things he does. But also, I think he gets a little bit maybe too much hate because this is really the first year he's ever had like a competent roster through this rebuild. Um, so yeah, I think he gets this season, next season. If next season Detroit like is really bad still, and like aren't living up to expectations, then I could see Blashill on the outs for sure. 121 viewers, only 113 likes. You guys see the problem there? We need some more likes. Like the stream. All right, Larkin's out there. Get something going. Detroit just can't. Seems like they're out of sync with each other. Like passes missing the spot, miscommunications defensively, which honestly happens all the time, but lately more than usual. Which NHL arena would you most like to visit and watch a game at? I'll say Little Caesars Arena. I mean, I know that's a really nice facility and I want to see a Red Wings game live as my first NHL game, so I'll say Little Caesars Arena for sure. Biggest Wings need? Another very good center, I'll say for sure. I like Pius Suter, but ideally he's not a number 2 center on like a contending team, especially with Larkin as the number 1 center. Like if Detroit had another center that's like about as good as Larkin, I think that would be ideal. And then have like a Pius Suter kind of guy. There's 127 likes. There is now? Okay, yeah, there's 135 now. More than there is viewers. Let's go. Did you play competitive hockey? I did, yes. Not like a really high level. The highest level I ever played was high school. I played from high school. I don't mean to hurt, but Detroit never plays well in front of Grice, and Grice does not play well, period. Yeah, not a good combination when both of those things are happening. Least favorite Star Wars movie? Last Jedi. What was your reaction to the Nedeljkovic trade with Carolina? There's a video up on my channel if you want to go watch it. I was very, very, very surprised, especially after the rookie season Nedeljkovic had. What do you think about the Evander Kane situation? I don't know. I really don't know what to think. It seems like the guy just can't stay out of trouble. I don't know if there's going to be a team out there willing to give him a chance, honestly. It just might not be worth the headache for some team. Hello from Halifax. Hello, man. Or woman. Are there any other under-the-radar goalies in the league? I really liked what Zach Fucale's doing. I mean, he had the shutout in his first ever game against Detroit, and then he didn't play for a long time. Then he got in a couple of nights ago after, I think, Washington pulled Vanacek because it wasn't playing well, and then Fucale didn't let in a goal. I believe he set a record for the longest streak to start a career without letting a goal. And he's a former Moosehead, so I've liked what Fucale's doing for sure. It's showing the rookie point leaders, and ZEGRAS is only 3 points back of RAYMOND now with that goal. Watch you since you had 500 subs? If that's true, thank you for sticking around that long because my videos used to suck. I will admit. We need to pool our money and buy a seat at a Detroit game. If I ever do go to a Detroit game, I'd like to let you guys know in advance in case any of you are going. All right, 6:23 to go in the first. Offensive zone draw. Let's get something going. Joe Stahl. It sounds like the commentators are saying his name. He's in for a shutout tonight for sure. Detroit has 5 shots. We'll take that, especially after last game. Other than Edmondson, which prospect are you looking forward to? I'm guessing you mean Red Wings prospect. And if that's the case, I'll say Jonathan Berggren for sure. I've been waiting, a while to see him play in the NHL. I thought he had some good flashes in the preseason. So Jonathan Berggren, I'll say. We see any non-hockey videos perhaps on a separate channel. I've tried that. I really did. I tried to have a basketball channel, a gaming channel, but like my heart's just not in that. And yeah, I'm just not passionate enough about like anything else really to be as dedicated as I am to this. I'd rather just put all my focus on this. Jared Doherty with the $1 donation. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. The legal stream I'm watching is like a minute ahead. Yeah, that tends to be the case. The NHL actual streams usually are behind it. I'm watching it on NHL Live right now. Which maybe I shouldn't be. Because yeah, they usually are pretty behind. 5.5 minutes left in the first here. Battle of Rookies. Yes, that the Ducks are definitely winning. ZEGRAS has the only goal of the game. One-timer on the power play. It's a nice shot by ZEGRAS. He's not really known for his... Well, he has a nice like snapshot, his accurate shot, but he's not really known for his slap shot. It was a nice one-timer. Does hockey have a culture problem? Yes. Honestly, I think it does for sure. Come on, Sider. I'd like to see Sider get a goal. I have his Evo card on Hut. Every time he scores a goal, it goes up 2 overall. Like a Sider goal. Where does Kessel get traded to? It's a good question. He kind of gets forgot about. There'd definitely be some interest in him. I know he makes a lot of money, but he's in the last year of his deal. You retain half of that, and it's not really a huge cap hit anymore. You know, you could have a team like what Detroit did last year in the David Savard trade, where just the middleman, they get him, retain some salary, then move him to the next team. What team would get Phil Kessel? Probably a team that lacks scoring depth, probably. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more. It's hard when you're on the spot and like can't see all the teams and where they're at in the standings. I just want to say thank you for the great content. Love that you're a Rings fan. I appreciate that, Brendan. What is your prediction of the Stanley Cup final? Mine is the Bolts versus the Wild. I would like to see the Wild go on a run. They're a fun team to watch. Stanley Cup final prediction. I'm not going to say Tampa. I'm over that. We need a new team. I could see Washington going on another. Just random prediction. I'll say Washington against Colorado. You grinded for Team of the Year, Hedman. Yeah, I haven't been playing HUD as much lately. I don't have any of the Team of the Year players. Let's go Ducks. We got some Ducks fans in here for sure. The poll is 56% of people think the Red Wings were going to win. I'm going to end the poll now since the game is on. But it's not looking good so far. 55% in the end said Red Wings. I'm sure some of you squeaked in Ducks votes there after they scored, though. Who would I love to see Detroit draft in the first round if they get a top 5 pick? Well, Shane Wright, obviously. I'm not too familiar with this year's draft class yet. I usually wait like till after the trade deadline, and then I start to do like my research for mock drafts and stuff like that. So obviously Shane Wright, Brad Lambert. I mean, obviously, I would like to see the Red Wings draft as well. I don't think he's really gonna go top 5 though. Who knows? 33 dislikes. Is that what I saw in the chat? Probably people that thought I was gonna be live streaming the actual, the feed. I wish I could do that, but no, I don't have quite the pull that Steve Dangle does. Sider just shattered his stick on a one-timer. We need to draft a center. I agree. That's why I think Shane Wright would be a perfect fit, but I mean, I think he's going first overall, and Detroit would have to get really lucky to win the draft lottery because I don't think they're going to be, one of the bottom 3 teams. What is the Rask situation going to be like? I'm honestly still not sure. I know he was supposed to play in the AHL the other night, but I think the game got postponed, if I'm not mistaken. Ducks almost just had another. Shots are 9-7. Lucas Raymond for Paul Byron? No, Detroit would never. I mean, Montreal would never. Is Paul Byron still with Montreal? I don't even know. I think he's injured. Perhaps 33 people who installed the show dislike button extension and want to see if it worked. Remember when Steve Ott had the C? Who did he play for when he had the C? Remember when Derek McKenzie had the C in Florida? That's the real question. Oh, we got a break here. Hronek. And he looked like he didn't know if he wanted to shoot or pass and decided to just sling it along the ice, and it got deflected. What? Remember when Steve Ott had the C? No, I don't. Buffalo. Yeah. Who's the projected first overall pick this year? I think it's still Shane Wright for sure. Yeah, he's injured. Yeah, I figured Paul Byron was injured. I haven't heard much about him at all. About 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. I'm trying to think, what could we do in the intermission? Maybe see about doing like a Sporkle quiz or something, but I don't know how I would set that up. Sorry for this, man. That's alright, man. I bet you a Tim Hortons beverage of your choice that Grice will get pulled. I hope not, because that would mean Detroit likely gets shelled. But it just seems like every time it's just so easy for the Ducks to enter the offensive zone. When they get there, it's the same pressure almost every time. There's no one and dones. It's got the makings of being a rough road trip for Detroit. $5 from Dragonov Master. With all the talk about Detroit's rookie, do you feel like Larkin and even Bertuzzi are being overlooked? I do, for sure. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, and thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. It's very generous, but I do think Larkin especially is getting overlooked. I think he's been the MVP. And I think the same could go for Bertuzzi. I mean, his finishing this year has been fantastic. I think he beats Detroit in goals per game. I know Larkin has more goals, I think, or maybe they're tied, but Bertuzzi has less games played. Showed the replay of that heroic 2-on-1. Hockey trivia on BuzzFeed. Yeah, I want to do something like that in the intermission, but I don't know how I'd set that up. I'd be scared to like mess something up. Because it took me a long time to set up this stream. This is the first time I've done this. So. Klingberg to Boston? That happened, or is that where you want him to go? I feel like more people would be saying that in the chat if that just happened. Any basketball fans in here, though? Klay Thompson is back tonight. Is he starting? I'm going to go look at He has a basket already. Let's go. I think it's been like 960 days since Klay Thompson has played. Could you imagine being out that line? I'm watching the same game, and I swear it looks like there's a visible communication gap between defense and goalie. Wouldn't surprise me. Do I have a favorite Red Wings moment? I won't even say the Stanley Cup in 08 because I was way too young to like truly appreciate that. Favorite Red Wings moment. The last game at the Joe Louis Arena was cool. Riley Sheahan didn't have a goal in like 81 games, and then he had 2 in the last game of the season, the last game at the Joe. That was cool. I mean, just this year, Raymond's hat trick against Chicago. That was when I was like really like, oh wow, Detroit really has a young player this good, a prospect this good. All right, Red Wings power play. Let's go. Can they get something going? Anything at all? Sider. Come on, boys. Man, I don't like Bertuzzi as a passer on the power play at all. I think another penalty's coming up. It's about to be a 5-on-3. Yes, it is. 5-on-3. Detroit has to do something on this 5-on-3. I'm not going to look at the chat. Rip L. What happened? Klingberg is asking for 8 years, $8 million a year. Can you really blame him, though? When you look at other deals, like, I feel like a comparable there kind of would be Darnell Nurse, although Nurse is younger. But I can see why I'd want that much. Do I miss Mantha? Yeah. I like Vrana a lot. I'm excited for him to come back. I'm going to move my game over the chat here. I don't want this 5-on-3 to get spoiled, so I'm not reading the chat right now for the next minute and 10 seconds. Got Larkin, Bertuzzi, Raymond, Sider, and Fabry. Need this face-off win. Let's go. Come on. They need something here going into the intermission. A 5-on-3. I know the power play stinks, but let's get Raymond a one-timer. See if he can score a one-timer goal like ZEGRAS. There's just not enough movement. Raymond's trying to go cross-ice to Larkin a couple times now, and it hasn't worked. Now there's some movement, changing positions. Another deflected pass by Raymond. There's been no shot attempts. This is not looking good. Man, someone shoot. Good keep in by Fabry. 20 seconds to go in the period. Sider, Raymond, fans on the one-timer. Man, that would have been sweet. Getzlaff gets it down. That's likely going to do it for the period. 7-6. 3. Yeah, that'll do it for the first. 1-0 Ducks. Shots are 10-10 though, so I guess a better period. All right, I'm looking at the chat again now. Ducks shorty, you're trolling. I thought Verano was still a cap. Have you been living under a rock, Ryan? Would you consider doing trade trees? Maybe. Stop passing, bro. Shoot. Yeah, I feel that. Too much passing. Too much to the outside. You need to get it to the middle on a 5-on-3. Or at least get it down low and create like 2-on-1s down low. We always pass and never shoot. Yeah, for a team that struggles to score goals, they sure do pass up shots way too often. What do I think Klingberg's trade value is? It has to be pretty high. I feel like it depends on if a team's trading for him as a rental or if they're trading for him to just have him, and try to re-sign him, right? I feel like it depends. I feel like it has to be pretty high, though. Trevor ZEGRAS has some nice flow. He does. I'll still take Mercer and Sider's flow over his, though. Trade treats are cool. Yeah, I enjoy Steve Dangle's series of them, for sure. Sider had a prime shooting opportunity. Yeah, I'd like to see Sider shoot more. All right, ZEGRAS, intermission interview here. Let's listen to this. And look at his hair. You guys are right. What a set of hair he has. Yeah, Dostal's looking pretty good so far in his first NHL game. He did an NHL 22 Kraken rebuild, ended up with a first line of Wright, Bedard, and Kucherov. Sheesh. When will the Kings be a serious cup contender like the Lightning are right now? I feel like Quentin Byfield has to hit, and he has to hit big for that to happen. And I also feel like it would have to be soon because you want Kucherov still to be, or not Kucherov, Kopitar still be at the top of his game. They just showed a replay of the monkey doing the ceremonial puck drop. Still can't believe that happened. Do I think the Red Wings will be a buyer or seller at the deadline? I think they'll be conservative sellers. I don't think they're gonna like fire sale, try to get rid of everyone for anything like years past. So I'll say conservative sellers. They're definitely not buying, I don't think. Unless it's like a trade like we saw them do last year, like Mantha for Verona kind of deal. But I don't think that'll happen again unless someone wants Bertuzzi. But with him not being able to play games in Canada, I don't think Bertuzzi's about very high. Trying to think if there's any way I could do a quiz, but I just don't want to mess up anything. Owen talks lots of hockey. Heinrich's big fan. Hey man, nice to have you in the stream. I gotta make some mods. Doesn't seem like the chat has gotten out of hand at all though. Keep the amazing work, and also would be so far to see you in a video collaborating with IDGT and Gravity. I've done collabs with both of them in the past, I think, but yeah, maybe we'll have to do something like that soon. Jacob Chitrin for Neighbors, Scandella, and a first. Honestly, I don't know if that's enough because like it's gonna be a late first rounder if it's the Blues pick, right? Like you might have to add in a little bit extra there if you're the Blues. Red Wings with the talent that they have, if they have a push to a wild card, sellers, and I can see Edmonton as definite buyers. Yeah, Edmonton has to do something. You watch the hockey? I do every so often. I do. What am I watching on? I just have it up in a different tab on my PC. I'm watching on NHL Live. You watch Jeopardy? I do not. I don't watch much TV. I only watch sports. Ask me anything on Monday? Yes, there will be one tomorrow. The post is still up on the community tab. I actually haven't picked the questions yet, so if you guys want to go get a last second or a last minute question in, you can go ahead and do that. Fire Dave Tibbett? Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that. I don't know if that fixes the Oilers' problems, though. I think it's more of a roster thing. for disrespecting Mikko Koskinen. Yeah, that was weird, man. Calling out the goalie is the last thing you do, no matter how bad your goalie plays. It's never the goalie. Or at least you should never tell them. I have faith in Stevie Y too. He hasn't really made a move yet that I've not liked when it happened. The Brendan Perlini experiment didn't work out, obviously. The Leddy trade got some criticism at the time, but I didn't really care because Detroit had like 3 or 4 second-round picks, right? And they needed somebody to mentor Sider, even though Hronek has, or not Hronek, Leddy has now kind of turned into a partner and mentor for Hronek because it seems like Sider doesn't even need that. Who do I think will be the next bust pick? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, stuff like that is just really random. Would you rather Draisaitl or Matthews? I'll take Matthews. How old am I? 21. Yeah, I think. Sorry, I keep having to take a drink. I'm like losing my voice. No, I don't think we'll see a McDavid trade soon. I don't think Edmonton would ever do that unless like McDavid and Draisaitl kind of force their hand, which you never know. If Edmonton doesn't turn it around in the next couple seasons, maybe that's something we could see happen. You think we should have drafted Wallstead? Yeah, I can see why you would think that. I mean, I'm kind of with you there. I think Wallstead's the best NHL affiliated goaltending prospect right now for sure. Hate intermissions. And there's no other game on to turn on. Who's winning this? Just joined. It is 1-0 Ducks. TREVOR ZEGRAS power play goal. But Detroit has a 5-on-3 that's carrying over in second period. Edmonton should not hire Mike Babcock. I agree with you there. They should not. I don't think that would be a fit at all. I'm going to see what Klay Thompson's doing again. Still only 2 points, 1 for 5, so it looks like he's a little rusty, 0 for 3 from 3. And I wanted to watch that. I forgot that was on tonight. Josie or Makar? Give me Kale Makar every day of the week. Over probably every defenseman in the league except Adam Fox. Why do you think the Wings are so bad on the road? Well, they're a young team, right? You know, hostile environments. That's going to take some getting used to. And they're a team that's like, they feed off energy of the crowd a lot. I mean, you can tell when they're playing at home. Guys like Bertuzzi, Larkin, they just seem to play at a different level on home ice. What type of music do you listen to? Country music. Mostly. I don't listen to music a ton. You need Bertuzzi off a scoreboard to win in fantasy hockey this week. Well, it's looking good for you so far. It doesn't look like Detroit's threatening at all. I mean, they had it in the zone the whole 5-on-3, but it was just to the outside. How's my fantasy team doing? I'm in 2 leagues. I'll actually give you a live update right now. In 1 league, let me look at the standings. It would load. I'm in 2nd place in this league, and then in my other Yahoo league, I am in also 2nd place, but I'm going to lose this week by a lot because the guy I'm playing had Matthews and McKinnon. So I'm going to lose this week, and then I think I'll still be in 2nd, but I'll be tied with like 2 other people. So not too bad. Have you watched any of this hockey YouTubers, Melody Martin, Post to Post, or Gravity? Yes, I have seen all 3 of them. I don't watch other hockey YouTubers like a ton, like every day. I listen to like every Steve Dangle podcast, but yeah, I mean, YouTube's kind of time consuming. Like when you're making content, you don't really have a whole lot of time to watch it. Howard Gretzky? Have to go with Gretzky. How old am I? 21. I don't know if they still do this, but I remember when Nashville But I remember when Nashville used to have a goalie chant after they scored. Yeah, I think they probably still do that, especially in the playoffs. They definitely do. 107 viewers, 173 likes. This is going a lot better than I thought it was going to go. You watch 2BC? I haven't in years, but I used to. Like 5 years ago, all the time. Is Shea Weber coming back? Probably not. Are you a fan of the Vancouver Canucks? I like them, yeah. I like to see Canadian teams do well. Also on Adam Wild, kind of annoying. I love Adam Wild. Big fan. I can see why you'd think that, but I don't know. I like his personality. I think he's funny. Atsuger Zetterberg? Zetterberg's my favorite player of all time. I'll go with Zetterberg, but I mean, at their best, Datsuk was the better player. I just liked Zetterberg more. I don't know why. Chances for a Wings W tonight? The chances are still there. I'd like them to convert on this 5-on-3. I think if they want to win this game, they're going to have to. I don't know about that cross-check call. Was it in this game? Honestly, I've been paying a lot more attention to the chat than the game, so I didn't actually see what the penalties were that sent Detroit to the 5-on-3. So I wouldn't even have an opinion on that. You watch Urinating Tree. I've seen a couple of his videos, but not like every day, not every video, but I have seen a couple. What are the most surprising NHL team and most disappointing NHL team? I mean, I feel like the Ducks have to be one of the most surprising, right? Most disappointing. Edmonton got off to such a good start. Looking at where they're at now, I'd say that's been pretty disappointing. The Blackhawks, just because of everything they did in the offseason, getting Fleury, Seth Jones. You think Evander Kane goes to the KHL? I could see that. Thoughts on Montreal? Feel bad for them. Just not a lot of things went right for them this season, and a lot of things was just out of their control, right? Like losing Shea Weber, losing Carey Price. Obviously, when you lose those two guys, even just in the locker room, things are going to be different. They just had a really rough season. Steelers Super Bowl. Seeing that the Steelers won tonight, does that mean they made the playoffs? What do you think of Zadina not living up to the hype right now? Wings could have gotten Quinn Hughes. Yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said I wouldn't rather the Red Wings have Quinn Hughes right now. Still holding out hope on Zadina, though I'm not as low on him as some other people are. But, yeah, I mean, his finishing ability, like I've said, it's not been as advertised. I still think he's like a decent play driver, good playmaker and stuff, but I think the jury's still out on Zadina. Got to be a little bit more. They have like 4 NHL players on the roster right now. Yeah, talking about the Canadians. Yeah, I mean, you look at their roster, like, there's probably at least a handful of guys that I've never even heard of on their NHL roster right now. Let me see how much longer is left in the session. Lots of good questions, though, to keep me entertained. Thank you, guys. There's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the intermission, so it's by pretty fast. Thoughts on why Edmonton is all of a sudden choking? Could this affect the team playoff picture? It definitely could. I mean, they're not a lock for the playoffs by any means. Thoughts on why they've been so bad? Well, defensively, they just haven't been good all season. It's just earlier in the year, McDavid and Draisaitl were scoring like 5 points a game, so it's kind of hard to lose when that's happening. They're not getting big saves from Koskinen or Smith. I don't know. So defensively and goaltending is kind of their problem, and they don't have a lot of depth up front either. They're just not really, or they're not a really well built team, aside from obviously having 2 of the best players on the planet. Quinn Hughes from Sider, who wins that trade? I don't think either team would do that. I would rather have Sider, though, just because I like his overall game more. Quinn Hughes is better offensively, but overall, I would give me Sider. Thoughts on Leafs media coverage? I know a lot of people complain about it, but I mean, they're the most popular team in Canada. I mean, they are. So, makes sense. You want to talk about the team that, gets the most clicks, right? So, I don't really care. I mean, it doesn't bother me. Your video about the bets for the Calder. I said then I should put money on ZEGRAS. I totally should, huh? You should have at the time. Probably would have got better odds back then. Let me see. Uh-oh. Has that been showing this whole... Let me refresh this game score for you guys. There you go. Now you can see stats. Game back up. There we go. Jeff Petrie or Darnell Nurse? At this point, Darnell Nurse. I mean, Jeff Petrie just hasn't looked like himself this year. You think it's going to be Raymond or ZEGRAS taking the Calder? Obviously, I want Raymond to, but I have a feeling it's going to be ZEGRAS. Honestly, I do. Raymond needs to get going. Washington Capitals can make third round of the playoffs. I think they can. I mean, I could see them going on another run for sure. They had a great season. I like their team, and Manthis hasn't even been playing, right? So they're gonna get him back eventually. You need 2 goals and 2 assists from Larkin and Raymond. I don't think Cole Caulfield has a chance at the Calder at this point. Showing. Get rid of that. Not want NHL to take down the... Let me refresh it again. Why do videos keep popping up on the game? Just want this to stay like this. So you guys can see where we're at in the game. See the stats. There's another video. Oh, it's an... I'll just keep it here so we don't have to worry about it. Don't want the NHL to shut things down. That would... Has Seth Jones been bouncing back? Offensively, he's been a lot better than he was last season. And overall, yeah, he's been better for sure. He's bouncing back. I think it's safe to say that. All right, period starting. Hopefully, Detroit can get something on this 5-on-3. Trying to see. I can't even see my stream on my... Doesn't look like NHL strike the stream, so that's good. I didn't even know that clip was playing. Favorite Raptor? Fred VanVleet. I love underdogs. Undrafted guy. 4 years at college. Hard not to like him. My 3rd time commenting this. Sorry. I apologize. I'm seeing it now, though. It's hard to keep up with everything. Will the Blues win their division? Where are they at right now? I don't think they're in first right now, are they? Go look at the standings. I don't think so. I think Colorado wins that division. But I really like the St. Louis roster that they have. And I was just spoiled. Detroit scores here. I just looked at my phone and seen Detroit scored. Who gets it? Hronek. Slap shot? Let's go. Did Raymond get a point on that? It looked like he made the initial draw pass. I know Hronek. Larkin not coming back, though? Did he get injured? No. Please, no. Oh, no. What happened to him? That would be very unfortunate. It was a great play by Hronek, the fake slap shot. That's just a snipe. First ever NHL goal scored on Doorstall. Nothing really can do about that. Hronek has a good shot when he hits the net. Man, I'm really curious about Larkin now. What happened? There we go. Now I can put this back up. I don't think clip will show. So Detroit's still in the power play for a little bit. Can they get another one? I gotta go on Twitter and see what's up with Larkin. He's out with upper body. What caused it? I didn't even see anything. I'm sure update Larkin will not return tonight. I just seen that. Ah, man. That's so unfortunate. If he misses any period of time, even a month, season goes probably to crap very quick. No chance of making the playoffs if Larkin misses an extended period of time. No chance. I want to see what happened to him, though. Yeah, I hope he's not out for long either. Suzuki or Pedersen? I'll say Suzuki. I mean, wait, what? No, Pedersen. Yeah, Pedersen. I'll take Pedersen over Suzuki, although I really... Alright, I'm scrolling through Twitter on my phone to try to find... what happened to Larkin. Chat, is he live? Yes. I think. Did the stream go down? Larkin played the last seconds for first. Did he injured in the break? It might have just been something lingering. He might have only... when you're playing, obviously, adrenaline plays a factor. So he might have only, really felt it when he went to the locker room. Is everything good, though? I've seen someone say, is he live? It says good connection. It says I'm live. But the chat isn't moving as fast. You guys still hear me? The 1-1. Hopefully this will be a good game. I'm very upset about Larkin, but hopefully it's nothing serious. Yeah, let me know if you guys can still hear me and everything is fine. The chat is... looks like we lost viewers. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We can hear you? Okay. I don't know. Something might have happened for a second. Okay, cool. So everything seems to be good then. About 2.5 minutes into the second period. No assist for Raymond? I could have sworn. No Sider got one, though. I'm going to go try to find... Yeah, I can't even seem to find anything. Maybe it was just something that kind of happened that didn't get noticed. Definitely wasn't some crazy dirty hit or something, because I feel like that would have been everywhere. All right, Detroit's looking good now. Shots are 15-10. Good start to this period. Sider and Bertuzzi get the assists. Is Pittsburgh a legitimate cup contender? Yes, I think so. They prove me wrong year after year. I think they're a cup contender for sure. Oh yeah, the Bertuzzi point. Oh, see the fantasy week. That's unfortunate. I would say I feel bad. But I'm happy. You're cutting out for a few seconds every 5 seconds. Might be a mic problem. Is that true? It could just be the connection on your end, because I haven't seen anyone else say that, but maybe? I don't know. Is that happening? Can anyone else say that? It says... go to the stream health. Stream is healthy, it says. It does say, suggestion, the audio stream's current bitrate lower than recommended bitrate. I don't even know what that means. Not much of a computer. Hopefully it sounds good. I hope I'm not cutting out for everybody. Already been live for an hour and 20 minutes. 83 people still in here. I appreciate everyone. Yeah, you're cutting out sometimes. Wonder why. I'll have to listen back to the stream when I'm done. It happened once for me, but not every 5 seconds. Okay. Well, if it's not that big of a problem, then I probably won't try to mess with anything on the stream, but I'll try to have it fixed for next time. I figured something would have to go wrong. There's no way this would have went perfectly the first time I do it. Yeah, Detroit's gotten off to a much better start this period. 79 people in here. That's surprising, honestly. With being a late game and everything. And I mean, it's Ducks versus Red Wings. It's not like it's two extremely popular teams. The 10-year anniversary of Sam Gagner getting 8. February 2nd, it'll be 10 years. That's insane. The cutting out is not that bad. Okay. I'll have to listen back after. Do this more? Yeah, I plan on it. Not every night, obviously, but I like big games and stuff, for sure. We can do streams for the trade deadline and stuff like that, too. It's better now. It's not cutting out. I think I might have had my mic too far away. I have it closer to my mouth now. Maybe that was it. CFL or NFL? NFL. I have absolutely zero interest in the CFL, and I don't have a lot of interest in the NFL either, but yeah, I have probably negative interest in the CFL. $189 likes. Let's go. I'm going to bring up the stream on my phone. See what that's like. Let's go Ducks. What's the editing process like for streams or for videos? Not really much editing when it comes to streaming, I mean. What's happening to Marner this season? I feel like he's settled in pretty well after having a rough start. Obviously, he's out now. He's in protocol, but I don't really think anything's wrong with him. I think he's been fine. Did you see how Larkin got hurt? I have not. Still, no. What do you think is the most hated team in the league wide? I honestly don't know. Maybe Washington because of Tom Wilson. Copy and paste the link I sent. I don't see a link. Yeah, I don't see a link anywhere. Favorite childhood TV show? That's a good question. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Used to love that show. Bruins? Yeah, that's a good one too, actually. Oh, Dorso with a nice save there. You should keep doing streams for Red Wings or any team's games. Yeah, I don't even like have this planned as like an exclusive thing to the Red Wings. Like, there's a big game between two of the best teams in the league or something like that, I'll do a stream. His back probably hurts from carrying this team all these years. You're not wrong. Giovanni Smith in the middle of the rough stuff again. My favorite hockey memory? That's a tough one. I can't really like think of anything in particular. Just one of like the tournaments I've won with my friends probably. It was one year I had a team that was like full of like some of my closest friends and we won a tournament that year, so probably that. Sweet life, I'm old. Yeah. Yeah, this game looks like it's getting a little bit rough. Shots are 17-10 Red Wings, so they settled in well after the, rough first 5 minutes. Yeah, the lines are just in shambles right now with Larkin out. Johnny Smith's out there with Fabry and Bertuzzi. All those players played for the Guelph Storm, though, I think. Did Giovanni Smith? I can't even remember. Not at the same time as those guys, but I think he did play there. My favorite player of all time that's never played for the Red Wings? A tough question. Favorite player of all time that's never played for the Red Wings? Actually, I can't think of it. I guess I don't have one then? That's what that means? Thank you, Hockey Arcade and Coins. I appreciate that. I try to be. But like I said, if we start doing streams when Detroit, or if we do streams when Detroit makes the playoffs one day, probably won't be as relaxed. But a January game against the Ducks, late start. Not going to be doing too much hollering unless Raymond scores like a goal of the year or something. $84 viewers still. Pretty good. It's going well. What is the worst GM of NHL history? Why can't I think of the guy's name that gave DiPietro that? You know who I'm talking about. Of the Islanders. I can't think of his name. For some reason. Who is the best offense in the league? I'm going to say Colorado when they're on their game. Just unstoppable. Especially their power play. When their power play's clicking and take a penalty, I mean, it's almost a lock that they're going to score. Thoughts on Bergevin going to LA? Yeah, Mike Milbury, that's it. Thoughts on Bergevin going to LA? I did see that. Don't really have too many thoughts on it. Like, I didn't really think too much of it. I was like, oh yeah, cool. Like, I don't really think. I mean, what was the rule he's doing again? $5 from C9 Maniac. Love your consistent content, man. Coming from Philly Wings. Fun to be excited with the team again. Yes, that is right, and I really appreciate the donation. It's very generous. Yep, there's the Rasmussen trip. So the Ducks are going to the power play, which they're 1-for-1 on. Are you watching the game live? I am. Seems to be a little bit delayed though, because I see people say things in the chat, and then I see it like 10 seconds later on my stream. Yeah, that was a pretty blatant trip there by Rasmussen. See if Detroit can kill this off though. Senior advisor to the GM. Yeah, something like that. Like, I mean, it's probably not going to hurt the Kings. I mean, it's not like he's going to be the one calling all the shots, so. Something we're all probably not even going to notice, and we're probably all going to forget that happened, honestly. Alright, let's see if Detroit can kill this. Nice pinch by Sider there to get it down. Man, Sider's like anticipation in the neutral zone where he's able to just step up and break plays up before they happen. So impressive. Top 5 lines in the NHL? I don't know if I can rattle off 5, but McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog has to be in there. Bergeron, Pastrnak, Marchand has to be in there when they're clicking too. Where's some other lines? In Dallas, Hintz, Pavelski, and Robertson is like really underrated. I think you're like 1 minute delayed. Yeah, probably something like that. What was my hockey number? I didn't have a number that I had like every year. I wore 59 for a year. 2 years in high school that I played, I wore 8. That's just because that was the number I got. Lots of different numbers. I never really had the same one every year. Favorite player that never played for the Red Wings? I can't think of it, honestly. I guess I don't have one. Penalty over? Yeah, see, there's 33 seconds left. Screen. Maybe I should put a chat delay. I'll just refresh stream. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. Yeah, there we go. I was far behind, man. And then I refreshed and now it's good again. Should have tried that earlier. For Haggy Barkov, Duclair line is amazing. Yeah. It seems like Florida's they can just like plug guys in. Like Maxime Mammon was on the first line for a bit. Raymond score? You're trolling. I hope you're not, but I think you are, because he's not even on the ice on my screen. You think Price will be traded? I don't. I don't think it'll happen. All the young talent on both teams. Do you see the Detroit Colorado rivalry coming back? I don't, just because again they're not in the same conference anymore, right? So they just don't play each other enough. That's the only reason I don't. Patrick Kane, what's up, man? You got into baseball last summer. I actually got into baseball this past season as well. A little bit. My second favorite sport is definitely still the NBA, but third favorite now is baseball for sure. I like watching the MLB. I got into that a lot and enjoyed it. 4-on-2 for the Red Wings. Oh, on Raymond's stick too. It just jumped over it. Liking how Detroit's playing though. Hopefully they can get this win for Larkin. I still haven't seen how he got hurt. Hope it's not bad. Nice save there by Grice on Drysdale. Commercial break. Best team in the NHL in the next 5 years. So like 5 years from now. I could see the Kings, honestly. I know you have the Kings avatar, so that's probably what you wanted to hear, but I mean they have the best prospect pool in the league, I think. I am excited about Scotty Barnes. He has the potential to be I don't even know about like superstar, but like he just does everything so well already. Um Raymond own goal. Yeah. I'm not behind anymore. I'm caught up. Nice try. Thoughts on the All-Star teams for the NHL? I don't think they were released yet. Are the Pens legit cup contenders again? Yeah, I mean, I think they are for sure. Them being this good and still getting Malkin back, I think they're cup contenders. Definitely. How many goals does Ovi finish with at the end of the year? What's he at now? Is he at 20 yet? Probably. Definitely hit 20. I know Makar has 15. Seen he had his 15th last night. Goals. Oh, what am I talking about? Is he at 20 yet? 24. Drysdale's 26. Roy Terry is 21. Oh, more players than I thought with 20 plus goals. Thomas Hurl is 20. Thomas Hurl is having an underrated season. Best most injury prone player? Yeah, I mean Kasha's a good pick for that. I do love Kasha too, but yeah, I mean I don't think he's ever going to be as good as he could have been because of those injuries. Like, he had a 20-goal season with the Ducks, and then he scored at a 20-goal pace the next season, even though he only played like 30-something games. What's the name of your basketball channel? It doesn't exist anymore. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I just figured I should just, be fully dedicated to this channel. And I'm happy I decided to stream. This has been fun. Something I always wanted to do, but just for some reason I never pursued it. But I mean, it's easier than I thought. Everything seems to be working fine. Buffalo or Coyotes, who's worse right now? Arizona, I think, is worse. Trevor ZEGRAS, just got here, chat. Who do you think is playing better, ZEGRAS or Raymond? Honestly, I haven't been paying too closely attention to the game. I've been reading the chat a lot. I will say probably ZEGRAS. I mean, he has the Ducks' only goal. And it was a very, very nice shot on the power play. Do you support Pistons, Tigers, and Lions? No. Like, I'm not like a Detroit sports fan. Like, I'm not from Detroit. They're just my favorite NHL team. NBA, Raptors guy. MLB, Blue Jays. What's going on, Shower Orange? I know you just love your vids. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It looks like Fabry's up with Raymond and Bertuzzi now. So Fabry must be playing center with Larkin out now. Makes sense, I guess. Shots are 18-15. Can you guys still see the game? It looks like it's a bit out of place. There we go. That should look better. Who's the most experienced NHL team? I mean, Tampa Bay can't be a bad answer, right? They've won back-to-back cups. I mean, you get a lot of experience from going on playoff runs like that, obviously. Penguins, Bruins, some other teams I'll throw out there. Just teams that, their core has been together for a long time. Rams fan? No, I'm not. Jets fan, unfortunately, New York Jets, but I'm not really a big football guy anyway. Like, I don't follow it that much at all. Detroit's spending a lot more time in the Ducks' offensive zone, though, so that's good. I'd like to see Zadina get on the board, man. He needs to get going. He got put back into the top 6 in this game, and I mean, I was going to say he hasn't been that noticeable, but again, I haven't been paying attention that much. Makar for Norris? I mean, he's going to be nominated for sure. I think it's going to be him and Fox. That's kind of, and, Hedman will be in there, Yossi will be in there, but I think it'll really come down to Makar or Fox. This period has flown by. 7:15 left in the second. 107 viewers now. I agree about Zadina. It's starting to feel like make or break for him. I'm not to that point yet, but I mean, he has to get going. He has to start finishing his chances, even though now he isn't getting the chances as much as he used to. The confidence just isn't there. Wow. The Ducks just came that close to taking a 2-1 lead. Do you think this is the last year for the Bruins to be good before they potentially lose Bergeron and start to decline? I don't think this is the last year. And I see Bergeron re-signing. I just can't see him playing for another team. But I feel like their window's closing. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is the last year for them. Man, that was just so close. Raquel probably should have just tried to put that in instead of just putting it out front there. Jeneau is criminally underrated. Yeah, we talked about him in a video today. He's right there in the Calder Trophy conversation for sure. Adam Ernie. I'd like to see him get a goal too. Like he's been quiet lately. It seems like everyone has on the Red Wings. They just haven't been scoring a lot, with the exception of like that game against San Jose. Actually, and I guess the game against New Jersey before we had that little break where Larkin had 4 points. Fowler almost just had a breakaway, but it jumped off his stick. I don't know how that happened. A defenseman almost getting a breakaway there. Who are you most looking forward to seeing at the Olympics before they weren't allowed to go? Just seeing like McDavid and Crosby play together. I mean, that would have been cool. That may be something we don't ever see now. I mean, Crosby could still make the Olympics 4 years from now, where he'll be like, what, 38? But I wouldn't count on it. How about that Troy Terry? Yeah, he's pretty nasty. Say hi to me, please. Hi, Kendra. I can't even say that name, but hi. Matthews or McKinnon? I'll take McKinnon, but not by much. It's very close. Thoughts on Jordan Kyrou? He is, I think, the most exciting player to watch on the Blues. I don't know. I was going to say he might even be their best forward right now. He doesn't play as much as the likes of O'Reilly and those guys, like in terms of ice time, but when he does play, he's so good. And Bertuzzi just scored. Let's go. From Mark Stahl. Mark Stahl jumping in on the play. I think Raymond might have got a point on that one, though. I think he's the one who gave that to Stahl. Man, ripping the chat for the person who said they can't have Bertuzzi get any points tonight or he'll lose in fantasy. That's Bertuzzi's second point. Yep, that's a Raymond point for sure. Let's go. Raymond to Stahl to Bertuzzi. Troy's playing a lot better. Nice play by Mark Stahl, though. He has like one play every couple games where like you're like, where is that all the time? Where'd that come from? He's got a little bit of offense in there. Do you see a possible scenario where Malkin gets traded? Only if he wants to be. I don't think they'd ever trade like Malkin or Crosby or Letang with those guys wanting to get traded. Barkov or Barzal? Give me Barkov every day of the week. The 2-1 Red Wings, 19 to 15 other shots. What's one jersey that you want to buy? Honestly, the Ducks reverse retro from last year. Love it. Kings reverse retro as well from last year. I want Detroit to have a cool jersey that I can buy, but like I didn't even get the reverse retro last year because it sucked. If the NHL does those again, which I think they probably should, have had to make a lot of money for them. Hope Detroit doesn't completely whiff on theirs again. Want the Wild reverse retro? Yeah, I liked theirs as well. Raymond looks like he has some jump in this period. A lot of the forwards do. I mean, looks like they're stepping up with Larkin out. I mean, it means more ice time for everybody, so. Dini just got high sticked. No call. A good shift by Raymond, Zadina, and... Oh my goodness, Raymond. He almost did that. Nice shift here by Zadina and Raymond out there together. That's fun to watch. More of that, please. Dorstel's just too small? How tall is he? I don't know much about him. This is his first NHL game. Doesn't look small. Looks average. I guess a lot of goalies are very big. Second periods have been the best period. Wow, Detroit's +6 goal differential in the second period this season. Neat. Tampa Bay had an underrated reverse retro, or underrated. Yeah, they did. I like theirs as well. Rangers were nice as well. Will Zadina ever be a top caliber player? Top caliber? No, I don't think. I still have hope he can be a really good, useful middle six forward that's good on the power play. I still hope for that. Oh my goodness, did Troy Terry just... He thinks he scored, but Troy Terry may have just sniped it. If the horn goes, we'll know. But the play's on. Troy Terry celebrated. Man, he has quite the shot. Yeah, I don't know. Did that go in? I heard a ping. Like, it didn't... I don't know. That's a tough one. We'll know if we hear the horn. Yep, there's the horn. So Terry did score. It's 2-2. Troy Terry just doesn't stop scoring. What a shot. I want to see a replay of this. Yeah, hit the post first, but then it like hit the camera in the back or like the back bar or something and hopped out quick. But yeah, what a shot. What a shot. Troy Terry, man. Is he really one of the best goal scorers in the league now? Like, who would have thought? That's a tough one for Detroit to give up to late in the second, so it's going to be tied likely going into the third unless someone scores in the final 2 minutes. Start bench cut. Rantanen, Marner, Huberdeau. I'm going to start Rantanen, bench Huberdeau, and cut Marner. That's nothing against Marner, but like, I just prefer those players over him. 2015 draft might be the best of all time. Yeah, and it just keeps getting better. Like, with a guy like Troy Terry, Brizov coming last season, like, just like, seems like guys just keep breaking out from that class. All right, Raymond, it's time for you to score. He's had a couple of really good shifts in a row. Seems like he has more jump tonight, more confidence. "22nd of the season for Terry. Insane. If someone would have said before the season started, if Troy Terry scores 21 goals this year, I think you would have been happy with that. But we're not even halfway into the season and he has 21 goals, or 22. He might score 40. That's insane. Larkin on ice? No, he didn't come back after the first period. Upper body, he's not going to return. Unfortunately, I don't even know what happened. Looking like we're going to go into the period tied 2-2. 40 seconds left. Yeah, 2015 was definitely not the best for Boston, though. 0 for 3. I mean, DeBrusk looked like he was going to be a really good power forward goal scorer for a bit, but, I mean, hasn't been good for a couple seasons. Imagine if they could have, like, seen into the future. Boston would be a dynasty. They'd have like Kyle Connor, Thomas Chabot, like Brock Besser, combination of those three. Couldn't they have Barzell too? Man. Wings goal. You're wrong. No. 2-2. Going into the second intermission. Wait, he's out? Yeah, Larkin's out. He's not coming back. This game, at least. How many more seasons does Tampa Bay have left before they go into rebuild mode? I think a while. Obviously, on paper, they're not as stacked as they were the past couple of years, just because, I mean, the salary cap. But I think that they're going to be good for a long time still. Scoreboard is frozen. Is it? I'll refresh it. There we go. End of the second. We do more streams often. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to test it out to see how it went, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun, so. Yeah, I'll definitely do the more. Next person to ask about Larkin has to send money. It's all good. But yeah, Larkin's out. Brady Tracy making his NHL debut. Getting interviewed right now in the intermission. Can my comment be featured in the next Ask Me Anything episode? I mean, I'll try. Like I try my best to like change it up, but it's so hard. Obviously, there's hundreds of comments on each. I mean, I got a comment I think on last week's Ask Me Anything if someone got pretty frustrated in the comments that their comment wasn't, featured a couple weeks in a row, but there's hundreds of comments. Like it'd be impossible to have all of them in there. The most underrated Red Wings prospect right now, I'll say Albert Johansson. He had a nasty overtime assist the other night. What juggernaut is most likely to choke in the playoffs next year? Chiefs. I think that's a pretty easy answer. Until proven otherwise, I think that's the only answer. You think McTavish is a favorite for the Calder next year? I do 1000%. I think it'll be guys like him, William Eklund, players like that. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Hour and 50 minutes we've been live for. So it's intermission. I will be right back. Just mute my mic. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, my mic isn't muted. I had to go to the bathroom and get a drink. I'm back now, though. Hopefully that'll be the only bathroom break. Like, it's muted. We can't hear you. Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of you didn't hear me say I was going to the bathroom. So I'm muted now, though, I think. Should be good now. Been a huge fan since 2017. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around that long, because my videos back then were not good. What's the editing process like? It's not too complex. I don't do like any crazy edits or anything like that. I would say I spend more time making like the graphics on my phone, like the graphics you see in the videos, thumbnails and stuff like that, than I actually do editing the video itself. And sometimes even like recording the audio takes longer. Like the one from every team videos, audio takes a long time. You watch baseball? I do. I started to watch it a good bit last season. You seem like the most chill guy in the universe, like someone who doesn't get mad at anything. I get mad at things. definitely. But thank you. Just about to hit 200 likes. Everyone in here, if you haven't already, hit the like button. That is true. Oh, well, we already did hit 200 likes. 201. Thank you. Best player in the 2017 draft? Cale Makar. I think, without a doubt, it's Cale Makar. He was 2017, right? Yeah, because 18 was Dolan, 16 was Matt. So yeah, Cale Makar. Thoughts on the first 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett? I liked them a lot. I know some people thought it was boring or slow, but I liked them a lot. Excited for the next one. Do you have any pets? If not, do you plan to have any pets? I do. I have a dog, golden retriever, who's my dog, and then I have a cat who's actually next to me. Do you know I don't give Kajak? I do. Talk to him probably every day. Best goal I've ever witnessed? Like live? Best goal I've ever witnessed live. Probably McDavid's goal against the Rangers this year. Who's winning? It's 2-2. Second intermission. Who's winning tonight's game? I mean, I want it to be Detroit. They were the better team in that period, but I don't know. Tough to say. Larkin's out, so obviously that's a pretty big blow. Do you read Harry Potter? I have never, no. I haven't even seen the movies. That's something I never got into. You should do a video going over your favorite player from every team. I can do that, yeah. I haven't done one of those in like probably over 2 years. But things change, so yeah, I could do that. Oh, I hate intermissions. Who do you think will end up with Chychrun if he gets traded this season? I think a Jacob Chychrun trade is more of a trade that would happen in the offseason. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I feel like you'd have to find the perfect scenario there, a team that has all the assets to give up. I think it would have to be a huge package to get Chychrun. Are you friends with Tactics HD? I've talked to him a good bit before. Yeah, I would say we're friends. Have you watched the MCU? Not a lot of it. Seen all the Spider-Mans. I love those, but I haven't seen like all the Avengers and stuff like that yet. I plan on it though. Can you skate? I can skate, yes. Probably not as well as I used to. I haven't played in over a year. Who's my favorite player from the Ducks? I mean ZEGRAS probably just because he's so fun to watch. And Negros, what happened to your gaming channel? I just wasn't passionate enough about it. I didn't have the motivation to upload on it like I do on this channel, so I figured I'd just put, kind of all my channel. So that's what happened there. And I had it planned on doing like an NHL YouTube channel, EA NHL games, but I just don't think the games are in a good place right now. I don't think there's a whole lot of content you can make around the game, so. Hart Klingberg's not happy. Any guesses where a guy like him might want to go? Yeah, that's been going around. I haven't put too much thought into like where he would go. I don't know. It's a good question. Like, I feel like his trade value would also depend on if a team's getting him just to be a rental or if they want to sign him long term, because he is set to become a UFA, I believe, in the offseason. Jason Robertson is underrated. I agree. I think he's up to like almost, I think he has 30 points now in like 25 or 26 games. He's on like a point streak of like 7 games, I think, now. Robertson's a beast. EA is so damn lazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. He's on a 16 game point streak, it is? Damn. I undershot that then. I knew he was on a point streak. I didn't know it was 16 games. I do know Nasher. I've never spoken to him though. I do play 2K every once in a while. Most underrated player on the Red Wings. I'll say Pius Suter. I really liked him. Hockey Arcade and Coins. I have to go to bed. Have an awesome night, everyone. Good night, man. Hope you had fun in the stream. Hope you can make it to the next one. Best player in the 14 draft? Draisaitl. Or Pasternak. Between the two. Probably Draisaitl. Why are the Rangers doing so well? I mean, they're just a really well-built team. Like, you got the superstar forward. You get a good supporting cast around him. You know, Kako and Lafreniere are both starting to excel and play better as well. One of the best defensemen in the league. Great goaltender. So they just have a really good team. There's not many weaknesses on their team. With Get's resurgence this season, do you think he comes back next season for the Ducks? Yeah, I do. I think he does. You should have some background music. Yeah, that's something I'll try to put into the next stream. I honestly kind of just forgot about it, and I don't know how to do it, but I'm sure a quick YouTube search could teach me how. So next stream I'll try to have some background music. Also, I need your guys' thoughts on this. What should I do when the stream's over? I know a lot of people like private their live streams. Some people keep them up on the channel so you can go back and watch them. You guys think I should keep it up? You can go back and watch, or should I like private it? I'm honestly not sure. Is there a hockey YouTuber you consider your best friend? Yeah, I don't give Kachuk. We talk pretty much every day. Another 5 from Dragunov Master. Top 5 captains in the league right now. Putting you on the spot. Patrice Bergeron. I'm guessing you mean like, you don't mean best players, but like best like leaders, that kind of thing. So Patrice Bergeron I'll put in there. Crosby I'll put in there. So Bergeron and Crosby. Man, you did put me on the spot. This is hard. Bergeron, Crosby. I can't think. This is hard. I can't even think of captains right now. I'm like blanking. I'll just say Bergeron and Crosby, but you donated and asked, so I feel like I have to finish. Let me try to think about this. I'll do it in no particular order. So Bergeron, Crosby. I think John Tavares is a great captain as well. Like a great leader. So I'll put him in there. Man. Ovi, yeah, I think you can put Ovi in there for sure too. McDavid, in terms of skill, yeah, but well, it's hard to say because like we don't really know what these guys are like in the locker room in most cases. I would put Larkin in there. I feel like Larkin's a really good leader. Maybe not top 5 captain, but I don't know. Again, it's hard to kind of rank captains because like we don't really know what they're like behind closed doors. Landeskog's a good one. How are you? And definitely Stammer. I'm doing good, Bolt. How are you? You just wanted to hear Landy? I couldn't think, but that's a good one. I think Landeskog's a really good leader. Ryan O'Reilly is another good one. Do you think the Panthers will make it past the first round? It's gonna be tough. Like, there's a good chance. I mean, that they play Tampa or Toronto in the first round, right? I want them to, but it's gonna be tough. I feel like no matter who they play, but I think they can do it. I think they're a legit team. I don't think they're pretenders. I think they're legit contenders. All right, let me check how much time's left in the intermission. We've now been live for 2 hours and 3 minutes. I'm surprised I can still speak because I haven't really stopped talking. 2 minutes left in the intermission. Have a great day, you too, Panthers fan. Yo, I just dropped in. Say I'm a big fan. Been for a couple years now. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. How's it going? Thoughts on Lucas Dorstal tonight? I think he's looked fine. I think he's looked calm, especially for a goaltender playing his first NHL game. Have you ever met and talked and got a selfie of an NHL legend? No. I've met NHL players before they were NHL players, like on the Mooseheads, but I've never met a player who's currently in the NHL. So the Wings try and trade Thomas Greiss at the deadline. I don't know. Like, I don't really think you'd get anything worth your time if you're trying to trade him, especially with his numbers this season and how he's played. So I think you just keep him, let him play with his 2-year deal. Stamkos is a top 5 captain. He's a great leader. Invincible TREVOR. Yeah, I do think Stamkos is a great leader. I can't disagree with that. Again, it's hard to like rank captains. Who's your favorite all-time player that isn't a wing? I've been asked this a couple of times, and I can't think of anyone, so I guess I don't have one. How old am I? 21. Most random player to have a crazy game? I'm 20. I think I answered that question wrong multiple times. I'll be 21 in May. Yeah. Most random player to have a crazy game. That's the question I was on. Sam Gagne, 8-point game. I don't think it gets any more random than that. 10-year anniversary of that is coming up February 2nd. I can't believe I forgot how old I was. Multiple times. I have done a face reveal. It's on the community tab, but it's just a picture. Maybe I'll do a video with my face in it at 100K. Alright, third period starting. 2-2 game. I'll tweet out the link to the stream. There. Twitter. Having trouble doing this. Most random player. How about the Zamboni driver? That's a good one. Yeah, actually. He didn't have like a crazy game though. But I guess for somebody who's a 40-year-old Zamboni driver, he did. Watching the Wings versus Ducks. Currently 2-2 in the third. There we go. I just tweeted it out. Can you do a reaction video to the most electrifying playoff goals? I would love to do something like that, but I know what the NHL is like and how they copyright, and like I had to re-edit and upload a video. One of my recent ones, I had to like re-edit it and delete it because they didn't just copyright claim it, like make it so I can't monetize it. They literally blocked it in some countries. So yeah, I wouldn't really want to deal with all that, but I would love to if that wasn't a thing. What will be the next blockbuster trade? Probably Chychrun or Klingberg, if I had to guess. I think a Chychrun trade especially would be a blockbuster. Huge deal. All right. Nice pass there by Raymond. Looks like Sider's jumping up in the play. Offside. Damn it. Looked like there could have been something there. I'm going to refresh my stream again just in case it's behind, because that happened earlier. And I will refresh the scoreboard for you guys as well. That should be better. Did you see the Blues comeback today? I didn't see it, but I seen some Stars fans freaking out about it on Twitter. Apparently, there was a bit of a ref show in the final minute. 2 goals in the final minute it was by Dallas to win 2-1 in regulation. Wasn't surprised to see you live tonight. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm gonna do this more often. I didn't think it would be this hard to like put everything together, but I mean it really hasn't been. It's been pretty easy in terms of like setting everything up. The hardest part has just been talking for 2 hours straight, but I've had fun, definitely. Man, I need Zadina to get a goal. He needs a goal. Oh my goodness, what a goal. Wow. ZEGRAS tried to pull it through his own legs. It got poke checked to Raquel, who then pulled it through his legs and cross-ice pass to Comtois for his first of the season. That was pretty nasty. Another point for ZEGRAS. 2-point night for him. 3-2 Ducks. Yeah, so ZEGRAS tied it. I've never even seen that. He tried to pull it through his own legs, and it basically worked as a pass to Raquel, who then put it through his legs. Then one motion. Great pass right on the tape of Comtois. That was nice. I can't hate on that. Is Van Vliet an all-star? Yes. What's up, Yash? It's going well. How are you? Who scored? It was Max Comtois, his first of the season. He actually led the Ducks in scoring last year, and now he's only getting his first of the year this far into the season. That's kind of crazy. So Detroit's behind again after being up 2-1. What do you think a return for Hurdle would be now that his value is skyrocketing? Man, he has to have a lot of value. I mean, he's got 20 goals. He's a really good defensive centerman as well. He can do a lot of different things. Like, that's the type of piece that could put a team over the hump and make them like a legit Stanley Cup contender, like a fringe team. I don't know exactly what his value would be, but it's definitely gone up this season. And it was probably already high before the season. All right, Detroit, make this interesting. Let's get overtime for the first stream. Hey, Nyquist, did you know that Pavel Bure had 2 60-goal seasons, a 59-goal season, a 58-goal season, and a 51-goal season? And he only had 2 Rocket Richards and a Calder. Wow. That just tells you how many more goals were scored back then. I mean, we rarely see 60-goal seasons now. The last one to do was Stamkos in, like, when was that? 2009, 2010? What's my favorite song? I don't know if I have a favorite song. My favorite singer would be Luke Combs. Probably a song by him. Detroit's going to another power play. It'd be huge to get one here, but I have literally 0 confidence in the power play right now. Negative confidence, actually. I'll have to see that one again. Didn't look like Shattenkirk liked it. You had to fire any Red Wings player? DeKaiser. I have seen Spider-Man No Way Home. It was awesome. I mean, yeah, that's a hold for sure. That's the embodiment of a hold. Bolt heading out for the night. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Stadium is packed with Wings fans. You love to see it on the road. Yeah, Detroit travels well, especially to places like Anaheim. Arizona is always filled with Red Wings fans as well. All right, let's go. Let's get a power play goal. I'd like to see Zadina get a look in the top power play, especially with Larkin out, but it looks like Rasmussen replaced him. I don't know about that. As long as Rasmussen just sits out front, I guess it's not a big deal, but watch him score now that I said that. I mean, nice screen there on the cider shot. Nice save, though, by the Dorstall making his debut. And Silverberg gets a shorthanded chance. Actually, I don't know what Detroit was doing there. They just kept backing up. That usually happens when you play 5 forwards. Power play with one of them being Rasmussen. The Diener Hughes, Quinn Hughes right now, unfortunately. Have you ever been to a Red Wings game? No, I haven't. I've actually never been to an NHL game. Dallas coach had a meltdown? Yeah, I seen him freaking out of the bench, bashing a stick. I think it was Pavelski's stick. All right, Zadina's out there. 30 seconds left the power, and he turns it over. Just going to say it'd be nice to see him get one, but then he turns it over. Yes, I am in a couple fantasy leagues. The power play is just so bad. Like, nothing they can do works. And there was so much promise at the start of the season. But safe to say it's cooled down. I think at this point last season, they were only like 1 or 2% better on the power play. Bro, what, you've never been to a game? Yeah, never. I live in Nova Scotia. Don't travel, so. Eventually, I want to go to a Red Wings game, though. Is Jason Robertson the most underrated player in the NHL? I think you can make the case that he's one of them right now. He doesn't seem to get a lot of national coverage or to get talked about a ton, but I mean, he's fantastic. All right, Detroit, come on. 14:20 to go. Thoughts are 25-20 Detroit, 3-2 Ducks. What was the best movie you saw in theaters? Probably Spider-Man, No Way Home. I don't go to the movies a lot, but that was one that I had to go see when it came out. So, you watch the Spit and Chicklets guys? Not really. I've seen a couple episodes. I watched the one with Crosby, but I don't watch a ton. Why are we even paying? What are we even paying Tanguay for? Yeah, I mean, again, it looked promising at the start of the season, but they've just gotten back to their old habits on the power play. It seems. You watch the NFL? No, I'll watch the Super Bowl, but like, I'd rather watch NBA than the NFL. I'd rather watch MLB than the NFL. Never been a big football guy. I was so happy when you said you were a Star Wars nerd and your favorite movie was Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, I feel like every Star Wars fan, like around my age, their favorite movie is Revenge of the Sith. At least favorite Star Wars movie. All right, some good pressure here by Detroit. Raymond controlling the puck a little bit. Again, though, it's just all to the outside. When I watched Spider-Man No Home, my theater went nuts. It was a great experience. Yeah, when we went, the theater wasn't like screaming or nothing like that, but we went on like the second or third day it came out. I feel like all the hardcore fans were probably um there like the first day. Nice glove save there by Dorstal. Empire. I mean, Empire's good. I mean, I love all of them pretty much. So, can't argue that. You should play some background music if you can. For the next stream, I'll have that set up, but I just didn't know how to do it, and I was running out of time, so yeah. Next stream, we'll get some background music going. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I'll just do a YouTube search, watch a tutorial. It's Dorstal, not Door 8. It's Dorstal, not Dorstal? Yeah, Dorstal. Not Dorstal? I'm just saying it how the Ducks commentators are saying it. Zadina or Comtois? I mean, Sedina long term still, I feel like, but Comtois. Actually, I don't even know if I can say that. I'd probably take Max Comtois. Dostal. Dostal. I just can't figure this one out. Dostal. Okay. I was just going off by how the Ducks commentators were saying it. They're saying it like there's an R in it. Have you ever seen Godzilla vs. Kong? I actually did, yes. No R. Okay. Dostal. I'll figure it out eventually. You don't listen to the commentary, they stupid? Yeah. Alright. See if Detroit can get anything going. They say Dostal? I could have swore they said it with an R in it a couple times. I don't know. Again, I'm not paying that great of attention because I'm reading the chat a lot. Maybe I'm just... Yeah. I'll listen closely next time they say. Sider just came close to one from the point. Come on. Good pressure here, brother. Let's go. There it is. Who scored that? Osterley? Is that Osterley's first as a Red Wing? Did you like Godzilla vs. Kong? I did, yeah. It was good. Jordan Osterley, I believe that's his first as a Red Wing, I think. Rasmussen to Osterley. It's just a nice shot. Good traffic out front. And I've liked Rasmussen's game lately. Like that one deflecting off Shattenkirk. Go Osterley. It's a good time to get your first. Tying goal in the third. I'm saying that's his first, but it might not be. But I think it is. Yeah, it is. The commentators just confirmed it. Wings get a build off this goal. Yeah, good start to the period so far. Spending lots of time in the Ducks zone. I think overall they've been the better team tonight. Raymond especially. I'm liking how he looks. Lots of jump. He's losing the ZEGRAS versus Raymond battle, though. He's only got 1 point. The ZEGRAS is 2. Base game, please? Maybe one day. $11:20 to go in the third. 3-3 game. 68 viewers in here, so it went down a good bit, but be expected. I mean, it's now 11:17 my time. The late game. But thank you to everyone who's been in here the whole time. I've seen some names that have been in here like the whole time, so appreciate you sticking through the whole stream. You go to Moosehead games? I've been to one this season. I used to go to them a lot, but I've only been to one this year. You've been sub for 3 years? Wow. That's crazy. 717 in California? I can't even imagine. You should be a commentator like your collaborator friend Gravity. A commentator? Is that what he does in his streams? I don't think I have the energy to commentate a game for this long. Yeah, I guess this would be an early game for people in California. You do the channel plus school or just channel full time? Just channel full time. Prizov or ZEGRAS? Just because of age, I'll take Trevor ZEGRAS, and he plays the center position. 5 a.m. in Finland? What are you doing awake? I'm gonna head out, gonna do some math, homework. See you later. Good luck on your homework. You like the home jerseys on the road? It's a nice change of pace, I guess, yeah. Can you refresh the scoreboard? Yeah, one sec. Is it not updating? I guess this little one on the side is for here, but doesn't refresh who's on the ice very often, I don't think. But the around the league part of the graphic hasn't really played a part in this stream because there's no other games going on, but that'll be nice to have if we ever stream and there's like a bunch of games on at once. 10 minutes to go in the third, 3-3 game. I'd like to see overtime. 11-19 Halifax, yep. Thoughts on the devs? I really like Jack and Luke coming up soon. Hamilton is looking good, and Brad is pretty good. Brad is really good. He's underrated. You're worried about Holtz? I wouldn't be worried about Holtz at all. I think he's going to be a very good goal scorer for a long time. YouTube was an idiot and didn't show me the live stream till now. Damn. Well, I'm glad to have you here now. Most exciting part of the game, if you're watching. And you also got to go to school tomorrow? Oh, yeah, it's Sunday. Ask me anything tomorrow, though. Again, I still haven't picked questions for that, so if you want to go to the post and leave some last-minute questions, you can do that. Have you watched Gravity Falls? It's a great TV show. I have not. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I watch The Punisher. I like that. I watch The Walking Dead, but I don't watch like cable television. Other than sports. Hey, Nyquist, I hate to go in your very first stream, but I gotta go to work. Hey, that's okay. There'll be more. Appreciate you hanging out. Mark Stahl almost just ripped one home. He's jumping up in the play tonight more than usual. This Raymond, Fabry, and Bertuzzi line has honestly looked really good. Seems like Detroit's kind of playing a little bit inspired with Larkin out, which is nice to see. I just remembered Larkin's out too. Man, I hope it's nothing serious with him. Detroit's season will be a wash if he's out for an extended period of time. It'd be a shame if he had to get hurt for a long time, with Verona potentially coming back within the next month. You have Classmore as a teacher. Where do you teach at? I might know the school. Do you plan to redo stuff like Draft Bust or things like that? Maybe. I've been thinking about doing more redrafts. I haven't done a redraft in a long time. I used to do them all the time. Maybe I could redo some redraft videos. Or ask me anything in the future. You should make one or just general life questions instead of NHL questions. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I've been trying to put a couple of those like per video recently, but there's not. Oh, in Cali. For some reason, I thought you were one of the people saying you're in Halifax. Senior skip day on Tuesday. Nice. Commercial break. I'd like to see overtime. Not a shootout, though. Thoughts on Boldy's debut at the Wild? He's looked real solid. Yeah, he didn't play a lot. I think he was played around 8 minutes, but obviously he scored. His finishing ability looks as advertised, so you should bring back NHL Guess Who. Those are some of my faves. I can do that for sure. I haven't done one of those in a while, but I think the Instagram page that I used still posts them, so. You have an NBA channel? I used to. Yes, not anymore. Who's the Red Wings OT champ? I'd like to see Raymond get it. Or Zadina. Zadina needs it the most. Zadina needs a goal. You're a huge believer in Boldy? Yeah, I think you should be. I mean, I think he's going to be really good. I'm a huge Rossi guy myself. I was really high on him heading into that draft. All right, let's go. I'd like to see overtime, but also love for Detroit to win in regulation. Thoughts are 30-20 for Detroit, 8:15 to go. 3-3 game. Oh no, Zegras like the OT winner. He tosses his stick. Yeah. Oh, Ernie almost just scored. How many people getting here? 83 viewers. That's not bad. We've stayed around that mark like the whole night, so thanks to everyone for hanging out. I'm late to this, but what were your thoughts on the Sharks-Red Wings game? I'm a Sharks fan, so I'm curious. I mean, I really liked how the Red Wings played, but obviously the Sharks had a lot of people out. Logan Couture, when your captain's out, obviously it's going to be tough to do a whole lot of anything like they usually do, but it was a good game for the Detroit Red Wings for sure. Not so good for the Sharks. Klay Thompson is back. Yeah, last time I checked, he was 1 for 5 with 2 points. What we at now? Take a look. It's 85-70 Warriors. Klay has 14 points, 6 for 14. Only played 15 minutes, which is to be expected, but I'm excited to watch the highlights. If you could hang out with one for a day, Ricky Joyner Bubbles. Bubbles. I've met them actually. I have a picture with them. Yeah, but I'd go with Bubbles. Might steal my cat though. You want the Ducks to lose because as a Canucks fan it benefits you? Yeah. I can see why. I always want Boston to lose because that's who Detroit's kind of fighting with for that wildcard spot and for 4th in the division, so. Did Klay hit a 3? Yeah, I think he's 2 for 6, it said when I just checked. Have you seen McCarr's goal of the year candidate? Yeah, the one in overtime against the Hawks? Yeah. That man had Kirby Doc in shambles. Yeah, I'm a Trailer Park Boys fan. How could you not be from Halifax? Yeah. On my grade 9 trip, stopped in Ontario. That's the closest, I guess I could say, to visiting. If you wanted an NHL player's hockey stick, who'd it be? Like a signed one, like as a collectible? Larkin would be cool. Detroit's going to another power play. But again, I have negative confidence in it, so. Did you say when Detroit lost the 2020 draft lottery? I made a video of my reaction to that. It's still up on the channel. The thumbnail is the crying Michael Jordan meme in the Red Wings logo, so yeah. That basically summed up my emotions, but obviously it worked out pretty well for the Red Wings. Favorite Ricky line? Probably can't say it on the stream. Try to keep it PG-13. Will you ever do a face reveal? Maybe one day. 100K subscribers. So Detroit's starting the second unit here. Zadine is out there. Man, get him a shot. Please. Controlling the puck now. Gotta get him a one-timer. Aronik's firing away tonight, which, I mean, why not? Seems like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like this. Oh, almost a nice play there by Adam Ernie in the bumper position. Best goalie prospect right now? Jesper Wallstedt, I think, for sure. I think he solidified that at the World Juniors, even though it was a small sample size. Suter, I think he just hit the outside of the net. $2 donation from M4L Vinny. Thoughts on Evanson this year? I've been impressed. Me too. I've been surprised, pleasantly surprised. The World Juniors, especially, even though it was only a couple games, he looked very, very good. Always active, always putting pressure on the defense, rushing up the ice. Instead of just dumping it in, he would literally attack and try to get in there. So I'm excited for Evanson. The thought of a Sider-Evanson pairing as soon as next season is really exciting. Corey and Trevor were the best, yeah. Yeah, I miss Trevor because now it's Corey and Jacob. First power play unit out there. And not looking like much is going on. And also, Vinny, thank you for the $2. I forgot to say that. I appreciate it. What's the worst dang it you've ever seen live? Like in person? I can't really think of one, but Stuart Skinner had one against Detroit this year in the game against Edmonton, Detroit for Edmonton. Basically gifted Larkin a goal, so I was watching that live, so that was pretty that was a pretty big yikes for him. Man, Troy Terry has a great shot. He almost just scored again. Top 3 favorite Star Wars characters? Obi-Wan, Anakin, Captain Rex. Man, Troy Terry's buzzing. Where do you think the Red Wings will be at the end of the season? 5th in the Atlantic, outside the playoffs. Probably like 5 or 6 games under 500. That's my guess. I did see RJ Barrett's game winner against the Celtics. That was insane. It's funny because he was having a rough shooting night. You have a Terry rookie jersey, like a hockey card. Pretty sweet. 2 hours and 35 minutes live for. You saw the goal. You were at that game. I just noticed Salty Wings and Avs fan. Are you a Wings and an Avs fan? I'm guessing you're a younger fan then. Because there's no way an older fan would be a fan of both of those teams at once. Oh, like an actual jersey. Wild can be in a big hole if they lose Kaprizov and Brodin for a while, which will happen. Yeah, I forgot about that Kaprizov thing where he left the game, the Trent Frederick hit. Has anything else came out of that? Like any go to Trent Frederick suspension or anything? You're 18, yeah, so that makes sense. Before your time. Commercial break. Hopefully the end of this game is exciting. I feel like it's been a pretty good game so far. How'd you start going for the Raptors? I mean, they're the only Canadian NBA team. I'm Canadian. Kind of just gravitated towards them. Their games are always on TV here, so it's kind of hard not to be Raptors fan. Nothing for Frederick, eh? I mean, I don't think he meant to hurt him, but at some, like, you're still allowed to not make the hit, right? I don't think it was predatory because Kaprizov fell, and Frederick didn't have a lot of time to stop, but still, I feel like you gotta put in an effort to stop and not make the hit there. All right, 3:40 to go. Thoughts are 32-24 for the Red Wings. He'll get destroyed by Foligno next time he plays teams meet. Yeah, sure. Yeah, they'll be after him. Man, Josh Manson just had a great A chance to probably end it with 3:20 left. Detroit just looks like they're playing for overtime right now. ESN or Sportsnet? Sportsnet. What's going on, Ground Shock? Have you ever played a FNAF game? I don't know what that means. Comes around, goes around. Yeah. Or what was it? I think he said what comes around is all around. I think that's what Ricky said. Ooh, Nemesnikov just had a chance. Rasmussen. This line's been pretty good. Oh my goodness. Ernie Rasmussen and Nemesnikov almost just connected for a nice play. Big save, though. Voice sounds different on stream. Yeah, I'm using a different software. I use Audacity to record my audio for the videos, and I like edit the audio and stuff to make it sound good, but obviously can't do any of that when I'm streaming, so yeah, it sounds a little bit different. And My voice is almost gone at this point because I've been nonstop talking for like 2.5 hours. Five Nights at Freddy's. No, I haven't played them. Problem with that hit, in my opinion, is that the puck was loose behind Kaprizov for a solid amount of time before Frederick went for the hit, so it was unnecessary. Yeah. All right, we got how much time's left? 2 minutes. Short with some offensive zone pressure here. Ernie Rasmussen and Meskov line has been very good tonight. There's their line out there when Osterley scored. Tying goal. I like Lundestrom. He's a really good player. I feel like he gets kind of lost in the shuffle there in Anaheim in terms of like getting recognition, but he's really good. I think I view him as like a part of their young core. Not having Larkin in overtime is going to be very... I have heard of Letterkenny, never watched it yet. Gonna play. He's Anaheim's hidden gem. Yeah, Lundstrom's very good. Franchise defenseman or franchise center? I would take a franchise center. All right, let's go. How much time? Minute 39. Fowler approaching his season high in ice time. How much minutes has he played? Fowler's played 28-34 tonight in regulation. That is insane. Nice save there by Grice. Fowler's still on the ice. Is he going to come off ever? Fowler a workhorse? Yeah, I would say. Offensive zone pressure here. The Ducks. 4-3 goal. Please be joking. Please be joking. I'm going to refresh my stream. Hope you're kidding. $77 of you still in here? Is Devin Tays the most overlooked D-man in the league? Currently leads D in points per game, and Avs are 16-3-1 since he came back. It's honestly insane that the Avs were able to steal him from the Islanders for what they gave up. Like 2 second-round picks. I mean, he's one of the better defensemen in the league. He's a workhorse. Underrated offensively. He's a beast. Start talking? What's going on? Can you not hear me? I think everyone else can hear me. Unless my mic turned off. I don't think it did. Yeah, I think we're good. Troy Terry with the puck with 40 seconds left. That's making me nervous. Seems like he's dangerous every time he gets the puck tonight. Ducks are looking for the game winner here. Under 30 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Oh, Troy Terry just got robbed. Nice save by Grace. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat too much. This is intense. 10 seconds left. Ducks are buzzing. Bertuzzi, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. 3, 2. Saved by Grace. Wow. Who am I rooting for? The Red Wings. Going to overtime, though. The Ducks were pressing there. They almost got it. Troy Terry, one of the better goal scorers in the league this season. In the slot, uncontested. Nice job by Grice. Came out to play. Or came out to cut down the angle. Very good job by Grace. Yeah, let's hear some OT predictions. I'll put mine in the chat. I'll make a prediction for both teams. Go. Flash. Hmm. And I spelled Fabry wrong. You know the point. I got Raquel and Fabry. I may cover the chat for overtime though, because I don't want to get spoiled. I think I'm probably behind. I'm gonna refresh the stream one more time. Stream of the game, that is. You think Giovanni Smith's getting it? ZEGRAS Raymond? Bert? DLT Vlogs, is that who I think it is? Snipe from Milano. Mark Stahl. Sider to Raymond. Fowler Raymond. Alright, I'm covering the chat. So I'm not going to read any of the chat right now. I will talk to you guys. Well, I'll read some questions when the game's over. But I cannot see the chat now. Because I'm scared to have it spoiled. Because I think I'm a little bit behind. Alright, let's go. The Ducks are starting with, looks like I saw Silverberg, Getzlaff, and probably Fowler. I mean, he hasn't came off the ice, and that's Ernie, Suter, and Sider? That's different. I don't mind Ernie, though. For 3-on-3, he's fast. He's got the wheels for it. And it's a 2-on-1 for the Ducks. Fowler and Raquel. And Raquel rips it wide. I don't know how that happened so fast. Fowler has played over half an hour in this game. Bertuzzi out there for the Red Wings now. With Fabry. No Raymond yet. Troy Terry out there. Man, his game has came such a long way. Even like his skating. Offensively, like everything. He's a star. He's a star. Fabry, Hronek 2-on-1. And Fabry put it just too far ahead to Hronek. Again, I can't see the chat right now, so I'm not responding to anybody. That's why. Fabry, Hronek, Bertuzzi still. Bertuzzi tries to undress Drysdale. Oh. Hronek one-timer to Bertuzzi. Hits the post. All right, now I see Raymond out there. Interested to see who they put out with him. Is that Nemesnikov? Yeah. Raymond and Nemesnikov and Letty. Raymond is buzzing out there. Man. It would be too good to be true if he gets the OT winner, wouldn't it, Raymond? Detroit's just circling, kind of like trying to tire out the Ducks here. And Nemesnikov puts the pass right through his feet. The Ducks are still tired, though. Detroit got to take advantage here. Nemesnikov's going for a change. Ducks are gassed right now. Terry's been out there forever. Zadina's out there. Come on. Detroit's changed twice before the Ducks have changed once. Come on, Zadina. Don't try to do too much. Oh. Man, Detroit is all over the Ducks. The Ducks are gassed. Suter, Zadina, Sider out there. Zadina. Oh my god, I thought he scored. He hit the side of the net. Do not let them change. Zadina wants it so bad. He's picking his spots right to shoot, but... Nice move by Suter. Off the post. The crossbar. The Ducks cannot move out there. They're still hemmed in. This is insane. They cannot change. I think Detroit needs to change now, though, yeah. Pius Suter just went to the bench. Zadina to Fabry. What a move. Come on, Zadina, bury that. Dostal stands tall. A 3-minute and 45-second shift by Raquel. And Detroit cannot put it in. The Ducks could barely move out there. That's a big save. I wanted Zadina to score so bad, man. I liked what I saw from him in overtime, though. Detroit has hit the crossbar multiple times in this overtime. Man, of course they have. A minute 15 left in OT. Shots 36-27 Red Wings. 100 viewers in here now. Bertuzzi, Fabry, Hronek, ZEGRAS, Lindstrom, and Fowler. Alright, win this draw, Fabry. He lost it. Lindstrom now bringing it into the zone. If it's please don't be ZEGRAS. Oh. Honestly, wouldn't hate to see it be Fowler if it had to be anybody just because he's played. Whose gloves and stick are in the Ducks zone? The Bertuzzi? Looking like we're going to have a shootout, unfortunately. Fowler's still out there. He hasn't came off all game, I don't think. One more rush here for the Ducks. Still ZEGRAS, Lundstrom, and Fowler. Raymond just got his ankles broken by Fowler almost. ZEGRAS, no. So close. 5 seconds. Out of play. It's looking like we're going to have a shootout. Let me read the chat now. Crossbar, Luke Strim for Calder. Holy crap, no, off the pipe. I mean, that was definitely an entertaining overtime. Red Wings had that forever. Yeah, the Ducks were gassed. Cam Fowler's now played over 33 minutes. They might as well put him out in the shootout, too. Why not? Shootout. I don't know how much I trust Thomas Greiss in a shootout. Zinthi, what's up, man? Just watching the Red Wings in overtime. Hit multiple crossbars. Last chance. Yeah, 3 seconds here. If the Ducks could win this draw, they could get a shot off, but... I mean... Did win the draw, but... Yeah. Have you watched Bar Down? Yes, I've seen some of their videos on YouTube. Lucas Dostal. That's how he just said it. Dostal. Okay. How about that for his first NHL game? Now he has to go to a shootout. How does shootout work? It's 3 shooters apiece for like the first part of the shootout. And it's just whoever scores the most of the 3 shooters. If it's tied after that, obviously you keep going. I just explained that incredibly poorly. Any disgusting goals gonna happen in the shootout? I mean, ZEGRAS is probably gonna do something crazy. I'm sure Grace's jockstrap will be in the crowd. What a start for Dostal. Yeah, I mean, he's played well. He's looked calm. Made some big saves in overtime. I mean, I don't trust Grace that much in a shootout, so we'll see. I'm gonna cover the chat up again now because I don't want to get spoiled. So, yeah, not reading the chat now. Can't see it. Troy Terry first for the Ducks. Which, I mean, yeah, as he should be. Number 19, Troy Terry. All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, one of the best shootout performances ever in the World Juniors. He knows his way around a shootout. Nice save, though, by Grice. Terry tried to go 5-hole. He tried to, like, trick Grice. He shot a little early there. Grice shot it down, though. Nice save. I don't even know if he... It was like a Martin Brodeur save. Grice stopped that. Standing up. Raymond up. Come on, Raymond. He's 0 for 1 in his career. He's getting booed probably because people want ZEGRAS to win the Calder. He goes way to the outside. Nice save by Dostal. Dostal. Raymond went for the patented Larkin move. Backhand, forehand. Well, I guess in Larkin's case, it's low blocker because he's a lefty. But for Raymond, low glove there. Nice save, though. He didn't bite. Here comes ZEGRAS. 4 for 7 in his career. He's got a goal and an assist in the game. Probably going to try something. Let's see. Man, he's so good. So good. Slows down, opens up Grice, puts a 5-hole before Grice could even react. Such a good player. Yikes, dude. ZEGRAS has gotten the better of Raymond tonight. He definitely has. Goal assist, a shootout goal. Adam Ernie up for the Red Wings. He's 1 for 1 this season. He misses the net completely. Not something you want to do against a rookie goaltender making their first start in the shootout. So a goal here for the Ducks. They win. Not looking good. I feel like you got a deke Dostal here because he's coming out pretty far. But they might not have a chance to shoot again. Raquel 2 for 2 this season for the win. He spoiled the first watch along of the season. Ew. He outweights Grice and scores. Well, point is a point. Would have liked 2 after last night's game against the Kings, but I didn't think Raquel was going to score there. He went way, way over. It was a weird angle. But the Ducks win the shootout. Raquel now 3 for 3 in the shootout on the season. Showing it again here. Man, he went far over. I thought he was going to run out of room there. Whew. Bryce was like a fish out of water there. A nice move by Raquel. Can't be mad at that. So the Ducks win. Fortunately. I'm going to do a face reveal. 100,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do one in a video, but there's already a picture of my face on the community tabs. Rob Blake signed an extension. GG. Yep. GG. We've been live for 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thanks to the stream. It's been fun hanging out. It's been fun hanging out. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I guess I'll answer a couple more questions in the chat. Who's the best hard-working player? I mean, I feel like every NHL player probably works pretty hard, but Zach Hyman, I mean, he's always giving it 110%. Andrew Jeneau is another guy this season, even though he's a rookie. I mean, every time I watch him, he's working incredibly hard. Trade Raymond, Buddy is dust. No. Logan Snipes, you're buying merch. Make sure to send me a screenshot of like the order confirmed, and I'll put you in the giveaway. For those of you who don't know, if you buy anything from the merch store, sticker, sweater, it doesn't matter, and you take a screenshot and send it to me, then you'll be in a giveaway for a signed Hasek puck, and that'll end on February 1st. Yeah, GG's. It was an entertaining game. Ace McTavish got traded to Hamilton? Alright, well, I'm probably going to end it there because closing in on 3 hours live, 2 hours, 58 minutes. What post did you reveal your face in the community tab? It was 50K subs. It was a while ago. You'd have to scroll down a good bit. But yeah, probably gonna end it there. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. I'll do it again for sure. Maybe not tomorrow. My voice needs a rest, but there will be an Ask Me Anything tomorrow, and maybe I'll do like a poll on the community tab or something, and you guys can vote on like what game you want me to or something. But thanks to everyone for hanging out. Everyone who donated super chat, I appreciate you guys. I mean, you didn't have to do that. I didn't think anyone was going to. I kind of forget about that heading into the stream, but thank you. And yeah, it's gonna do it for the stream. Hope you all have a good night, and I will talk to you all in the Ask Me Anything tomorrow.